virtue is it's
the God.
Hold on, look, King. And my people shall never be ashamed.
Exactly.
Okay, he's not
So he's
talking
saying
about others.
they will,
No such
as long
thing.
as they
There's
serve.
no other God but God.
Okay.
There's idols that he gave the other nations. You understand? That's scripture.
Dependent mind interpreting the word, right? So if I say
God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Here's a flyer. I was ready for this last night.
Your speaker's so clear, you can hear it
all the way up there.
Yeah,
right?
I've heard other people here. This is the clearest.
Hold on. I hear you. A raiment is a scrap left over from a larger thing. It could be a piece of material that's left after making a garment or food. Scraps left over from a delicious.
In Gateshead, North England, my steel has...
This is our current reality.
Is anything that the media says true? Do we just watch what they tell us?
you guys see my new race?
Or do we know what's going on? The problem here is a lot of people think that gun control will solve and fix the broken problem.
I don't know, politics, abortion,
I am one to tell you
or something like that.
it won't fix the problem.
So glad.
Name of Jesus.
I can pray for the first time.
Doing.
God is terrible.
Of course I care.
Disclaimer warning. This footage occasionally contains strong language by persons living in sin.
Okay, go right.
I get what you're doing. You're a little loud. I gotta be loud.
I know, but
people
not really.
on their way to hell.
Probably it's part of the thing.
Remember, you was
Sorry,
over there
9 hours ago. What the
You
fuck?
were right next to my fucking window, dude.
That's why I moved.
Right next to my window.
Now I'm down here.
I don't care. Like, I get it. The word. But no one's on the way to hell. No one's on their way to hell.
No one's on their way to hell? No one's on their way to hell?
Listen, everybody,
that doesn't make sense.
Listen, everybody, this whole repent, this, that, it's like trying to beat it in people and shit like that. It's just...
I'm not beating it into people. They're free to come and go as they please.
No, I know, but they're not. Because we're coming into this. It's not like we chose to listen. I know this is
you can.
This
I know your path is
like,
going across the street, going up the street, and going home.
Yeah, I know.
So you chose to stand here right now and speak to me.
Oh, I know. Because I see you all the time.
Yeah. So you hear the word of God all the time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Now, did you heed to the warning?
Of course.
Amen. Amen. So there should be a change in your spirit.
But for other people, no, because for other people, I just think this whole, it's like telling people what to do. And
I'm not telling them what to do. I'm telling them how to live under Christ.
God will lay his hand for them to come to.
Yeah.
And they will find that true, okay? But for you to be like abrasively trying to tell people the wrong,
Okay, there was 5 people in here, and the boom drops to like to 1. What the fuck? All right, well that's cool, I guess.
This is our current reality.
Hello?
Is this guy actually live, or like what the fuck am I watching?
Everybody else is here.
Wait, is that like a live stream, or is this just like recaps?
I say we restrict his live abilities in your lives for like about 3 days for the disappointment.
I'll just watch
No, I mean
not Tina.
restrict him from being in
honestly think that's a good idea.
I mean, we don't know what really went on, so.
At least give him shit. Give him mass amounts of shit. Copious shit. For ditching out like that. At least send a message. Even under most circumstances. You could have at least sent a message.
Alright. Yeah, that's so weird. I had 5 fucking people in here.
Yeah. Well, he said that he's willing to bet his house on it. I'm like, I want to try and make some money out of this.
And then I think what really discouraged him was the fact that he saw Genesis being like he saw how good he was being against his own stance. Like he's like, hold on, wait, I thought you were like pro-life or pro-choice and atheist and shit like that. And I was like, bro, Genesis is that good, bro. Like you have no idea when you just stepped in. You stepped in some shit you can't get off your shit. So I think that's what got him scared for real.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, the thing is, though, is like, even if you're scared, at least like follow through with your commitments. You know. Like you owe yourself that. Not
How,
saying
like,
like
what
for
the
my
fuck,
case,
man?
but you owe yourself to follow.
Where
through
is
with
everybody?
commitments.
Like, I know
Facts. At least send a
That's
message.
annoying.
Like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I gotta do this, blah 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 blah.
Where's she even looking at this at, anyways? Well, it's not the Geyer show.
Cuba. What's up, Cuba?
God, it sucks that name doesn't show up to my streams anymore.
Black screen. Cuba Gooding. What's up? Cuba's not loading.
Makes me wonder if I joined on my damn
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head off here for a little bit. But thanks for willing to host Smoke. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay, he's not
All
live.
right, man. Catch you later.
Late sensei.
Later.
And he's not live. What the fuck? Is Bill live?
I booted him.
This nigga Arthur Petty, bro.
Yeah, Arthur Petty as hell. But
now all I gotta do is debate divinity on my topic, lit on my topic, and then
I'm not seeing any fucking streams up.
High tier debaters.
And that's so
Arthur,
confusing to me.
You agree with body count, right? Body count matters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it does. Even if it matters just a little bit, it matters, right?
Facts.
I mean, just the fact that people debate it means that it matters somewhat.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gonna watch that TikTok invasion?
Fuck yeah, I got my timer set, bro.
Got your time. It's about to be at 20 minutes. You
It
think
ain't
you enjoy the
BCPs.
Hey, you think I can catch him?
Where?
The
Fucking
timer
where?
is
That doesn't
at-
make any fucking sense.
Because he always starts late too, right? He'll put up the time. Last I checked, it was 70 minutes. But once you get within like 10 minutes, it'll be like 38 minutes from now. You know? So I
Yeah.
always set the timer for like 5 minutes before. I'll jump in there, check it.
Yeah, because you know you're gonna do the grift. You do
Yeah,
the
I'm
grift.
down for it. Dude, he's been getting some fucking grift numbers, dude.
Yeah,
During,
I figured that me going live this many
Wilson,
fucking
bro,
times
during
would
the,
cause people to
the
not
few
show
days
up.
before DebateCon, he had his grift bar at 10K and he was maxing it out. in like 15 minutes, bro.
Do you know how many live viewers he be having?
Yeah, he averages around 9,000, depending on if you're going to include Rumble or not, right? So on his average streams, he's averaging like 6,000, 3,000 on Rumble, but on the invasions, he's usually getting like 12 to 15K.
Yeah, that's where the cheese that's where the cheese is at, man.
I mean, for every day of the grift for the debate con, he had his gift memberships at 400 a day, and he was getting between like 400 and 600, and that's $6 a piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fucking money.
Welcome to the stream, you guys.
Money. Even Rob Noor is even getting some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Rob Noor and Jake the Rattlesnake. He's getting a lot of shit right now too from Andrew specifically. I mean, just anything he's on too. Even the Whatever podcast. If you go and look at the Whatever podcast, they'll be getting 200,000-300,000 views on a video. But if you go to anyone that Wilson's in, it's like 1 million.
Yeah, I'm just losing people.
For real?
This is for all of them on the panel. Raging
I thought I had
Tomato.
3 likes,
Go
but
and look
I
at
guess
her
not.
shit. She gets 300-400 views. She got fucking 30,000 views on anything.
Well, as people will start joining,
And
then I'm gonna lose power again.
debates, they get like maybe 300,000, but anything.
Last Friday of every month, they serve breakfast
That's random as shit.
on Bridges in Portland, and here they are.
That fucking moron. Jeez. I don't know how I feel about that shit. You know, let's see this for everyone. Let's see how this is.
What's your definition of Zionism?
Zionism is the right for Jewish people to self-determine.
The voice makes sense
That's
now.
the literal
Okay.
definition.
That thing. How did modern Zionism start? We talked about the Herzl letter, right? Do you know what that is? It's okay if you don't. I'm not calling you stupid.
I know what it is. It was introducing Zionism as a concept.
Yeah, but why?
I can already see
Why
these
do they
people
do that?
debating while wearing a
It was a
fucking
place
mask.
for them to have their own state.
Like they're fucking
And they
animal
didn't
head.
even determine where it was. They didn't even determine
why were
whether
they
it was in
pushing for
Palestine,
their own
Uganda,
state?
Argentina.
Okay, but why were they pushing for their own state?
They
You
say
laid
not
out in
Tina?
that article
Because of
very clearly.
persecution. I mean, by
Why
that
does it sound like he
point-
said
by
not
that
Tina?
point, You've already had 48 different incidences of Jewish persecution throughout Europe.
Well, it's a little bit more than that. It's about assimilation, right? So he wrote in his article, I forget what it's called, it starts with a J, some German name, Jund or whatever. It was in 1896, if anybody wants to read it or anything. He wrote about how, like, Jews can never really assimilate into, like, a population.
Well,
Okay,
they
take that
were-
back. That's
they
the
are
wrong wording.
European.
They could, hold on, let me just finish real quick. People will never assimilate the Jews, okay? So, like, Jews can assimilate. They do very well a lot of times. You know, Hollywood.
Okay, it's
like,
not
a lot of them are
working.
Nobel
Okay,
laureates.
no, it's just
Like, they
delayed.
do really well if you give them a chance. But the problem
Buy
is
me
the
a coffee.
populations who
Oh,
Jews tend
why
to
was it
try to
separated? That's
integrate
weird.
with won't integrate with them. And so that's what he was talking about.
I guess
in that
maybe it
article,
can't
and it's
fit.
right after
I
the
thought
Dreyfus
that was
affair
mine, I'll be
in
honest.
1894, where that guy
like,
was
what? I don't
that
have that
artillery
shit.
officer was blamed, and he was put in
Who's
prison for
lurking
10
in here
years
right now?
France only because he was Jewish. That's literally the only reason he was put there. It ended up being a different guy who ended up living out in years in the UK. He ended up living out his last years in the UK. He wasn't even prosecuted.
But
So, like,
here's the-
then
here's-
was when the guy
here's-
said, "Hey,
Hey,
nobody
Bones.
will
A
mass
fart? What do you mean a
integrate the
fart?
Jews, and so they need their own homeland."
That's the exact same thing that I use in arguments with people who just are very anti-Semitic, saying that we are from Europe.
Well,
We're
I
not
lost
European
his
at
I
all.
lost his
You
fucking
can even
subscriber,
see in
man.
the culture and the language.
Go
and
figure.
in the practices,
First
That's
thing
why
that
we
popped
have a
into my
Jewish state.
mind.
That's what a lot of people
A
don't
fart?
realize is, like, it's
Interesting.
history. It's not just the Holocaust.
It just
that
sucks,
started. The
dude.
Holocaust
It's
was
gonna be a pain in the ass to
Holocaust
fucking
back.
gain
Other
subscribers
things
back.
that I do disagree with what the modern state is with what the modern state is doing. Yes,
Okay, here's the difference, right? You can criticize the Israeli government, but if the Israeli government is the only one that you criticize, then
I
yeah, you
criticize
hate
all
Jews.
governments.
That's fine. I'm good with
I
that.
criticize the
I
UK.
agree with
I
you.
criticize. I criticize that.
I agree. The Israeli government has done some shady shit. I agree with that. But I also criticize other governments too. If you hone in on Israel as your absolute focus and nothing else, then yeah, you just hate Jews. And I'm not even Jewish.
Not necessarily. I do think that a lot of people are very ill-informed about things. So
I agree. Anti-Semitism is a low IQ, ill-informed,
no,
ignorant opinion.
what I'm saying is though is like not even talking about anti-Semitism. It's people's lack of understanding of a region. They claim to be an expert in a region when they've only been studying it since some people since like 2023. I'm like, you can't sum up. It takes way more than 3 years to actually study a history. For
Not
an
really.
example,
I mean, if you want to start
if
a
you're
conflict,
raised in the UK, because Choi's from the UK, we're not going to understand all the stuff that goes on in the UK. She'll have a better understanding than we ever will, because she's living there. She's going to have a better
how
understanding
about this,
about the
okay?
UK.
You say Islam is okay. Tell me one government, one Muslim government that is not oppressive of women and minority rights. Show me one.
The UAE.
The UAE, where you can get jailed for being raped.
Pardon?
Where a woman's testimony only accounts for half of a man's. That place.
Yes, but they're moving.
Is that what you're talking about?
A lot of
Where
the
foreigners
Islamic
have been
world.
put in prison
You
for being
have to
raped.
realize that the law that they follow in Islam is called Sharia law, and
I
yes,
know what it
people are
is. It's an evil
very,
ass
very
law.
misinformed about it. And this is a law
No, I
that
know what it
every
is. This is
religion
extremely
is.
oppressive of women and
Hold
It's
on.
not
Let her
oppressive of
speak.
women. I'm a woman that lives in
Okay,
lives
well,
in
then
a
you're
way
right.
that I follow the religion very well, and I've visited a lot of countries, like for example Saudi Arabia.
Well, then you're brainwashed. Islam is a religion of a Bedouin. Like, imagine, look at all the things it promises you, right? It promises material things, women, couches. It even promises you a couch, right? It promises all the things a Bedouin wanderer would want, right? Islam is a religion of material things that is extremely oppressive of women
Are
and
you a
minorities.
Muslim?
No, but I don't have to be a cancer patient to know that
But
cancer is
if
bad.
you haven't, have you researched it in depth? Because when you look
Yeah,
at how
I
our
lived
prophets
amongst
were,
Muslims.
how
I
our
lived in the Middle
people
East,
around the
so
prophet was, people have changed
okay,
religion, and
the
religions
prophet
have
that you guys
changed
like
because people
married a
adapted to how they want.
6-year-old
Sorry, I can't
and
hear
then
myself,
raped her
and I
when
can't
she was
hear you.
9.
Hey, cry. Let her speak. Then you respond, okay?
Fair enough.
Let her speak because she is a person who practices that religion. This is why I don't get into the whole religion thing.
Yeah, I'm shutting up.
But anyways, first topic you brought up was Sharia. She can explain it better than you could ever try to explain it because she lives in that culture. She understands that culture. And yes.
Okay, Nick, we let her talk.
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
there is a lot of things that I disagree with Sharia, like for example, the concept of a man having 4 wives, for example. But there's a lot of things that there's a reason God has put it there, and as humans, because our minds can't comprehend the information that God does know, that's something that we don't understand. With the Sharia law thing, the problem is that the law is based off thousands of years ago, and people need to adapt the law to a now society, because yes, the law doesn't
Indonesia
say
is
to oppress
okay-ish
women, it
for
says
a
to protect your women.
majority Muslim
Right now in the
country.
Sharia law
My kid
and in the
flipped my
Quran,
space bar.
that God says that a
Really?
woman's like a pearl and that she should be
Well, that's funny.
protected, and it's a man's job to look after her. But some countries take it to the degree where they add their actual Arab culture. For example, let's say like Saudi Arabia, they add their culture in, where their culture's different to the religion, and this is where it gets confused. Like, I'm from Kashmiri Pakistani background, and it's like if a woman says anything, that's it. She needs to be like, tell her to be quiet, or it's a man, like a man's does everything and a woman just stays in the kitchen and be quiet basically, and she can't stand up for herself. But my religion gives me empowerment. So the way that the law is that it tells you from an Islamic point of view how God said to look after your women and protect them. But maybe the culture itself has, in the Arab culture, because I'm not an Arab, I don't know about Arab culture, but it's maybe that they don't understand the concept of that.
كمان عليك احكي لهم عني ان شاء الله يساعدوني لو شغالي بفتح لك كاميرا بورجيك كيف الوضع انت
Dude, she
بتعرفني
was
الله
talking.
يكرمك يا رب لو اي شغالي
I can't
يسعدوها
hear
في
the
Hey,
guy, but I
Howard.
don't know what he's saying. I think it's Arabic,
يا
but I
رب
can't hear him
It is.
properly.
He's speaking Levantine.
Yeah, we
But thank you
don't
for the letter and
understand
stuff,
that goat
Luna.
fucking language.
Welcome,
Now
welcome, and I
Bert lurking.
appreciate
Oh,
everything
okay.
that you're sending me. And
I am gonna
also,
get a chance
ouch.
to respond to her, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, she wasn't finished
For all
yet.
we know,
Please
he's probably
Oh yeah,
saying
continue.
the
yeah, yeah.
N-word
Go
in
ahead and
Arabic.
finish your guys' conversation.
So stop for a second, do a camera check.
Pardon?
Yeah, you weren't done yet. Please continue.
Oh, but I was just saying that with the law, it's like they haven't adapted it to a nowadays generation and century, because
Yes.
it's a lot of the things, for example, like with the women, it's not to oppress your women from driving and stuff. It's to look after them, teach them how to do it, but protect them from men that
They
will
don't.
hurt them,
All right.
and protect them from people that don't want the best for them, not oppress them and keep them at home. It's like now, if you go to Saudi, you will see women covered up, but it's by their choice. Because I went there when I was a child, and I felt safe with these women, and that's not just because I'm a Muslim. It's just the fact that I was there and I was intrigued with the way they covered up and the way they were. But then when you see them at their houses, like one of the women that I met, she had everything. She was able to wear like the best clothes, the best things. She could have everything that she wanted. Just because she's not on display and showing it to people doesn't mean she doesn't have that, and it's her choice to cover up. So with the
Hey,
governments that
Howard.
follow the Sharia law,
That's not
I
true.
I don't have
get
a problem
that
with you saying
to
that.
people that don't live in that country
I
and
think
don't
YouTube has a problem
understand the
with me
law,
saying that,
it
though.
does seem
No,
like
that's
they're
not true. What you
oppressed.
just said. When you
Pardon?
said it was her choice, that's just not true. They have morality
How would
police.
you know though? It is her choice.
I've
Most
literally
people
been
How
to the
would you
Middle
cover
know?
East.
up.
How would you know?
Pardon?
I've literally been to the Middle East.
Could
Pretty
I
Yeah,
ask
but
what
you've just
familiar with their
been
country?
there. You
customs.
haven't lived there, and you haven't spoken to
I
people
have
there.
lived there. I just said that. Like,
What country did you live in?
doesn't
Does it
matter.
matter?
I'm
It
pretty
does
familiar
matter
with
Yes,
the
which
it does.
country,
customs.
It
because
gives a
different
huge
countries have
context.
Right, you're
different
not eating
rules
this.
and the way they
No.
Okay,
are.
I was in Iraq.
No.
Iraq
Yeah,
is
so
different.
their women are in Iraq. They're very like in the
They were
sense that you
Sunni. I
depends on
know.
where you
So,
lived.
okay, are you done? Can I respond to what you just said?
Okay.
Okay, that's exactly what a battered wife says. That he's doing it for my best interest. He's just looking out for me. Like I've literally heard that same line from women who are abused. Like it's not just the ideology. We can believe things. We can believe things in books, or we
Hey,
can believe
Howard.
our own
Do
eyes
do you want a membership?
and see how it translates into real world ideology. And like I
Here's
said, every single country
Watch it do
that
it.
has a Muslim government is
Watch it do
oppressive
it when
of
I'm
women,
about to gift a
gays,
membership.
minorities, all of them. Every single one. Even the
that's bad
ones who you
leadership.
say are somewhat enlightened, like the UAE. I have seen videos where women from the UK where a woman from the UK went there, got raped, and then got put in prison for adultery
Hey, Ellen.
because her testimony as a woman is only worth half of a man.
And they're
That's
fixing
Sharia law
that.
for you.
Here's the difference between the UAE. The
No.
UAE, the UAE and some Middle Eastern countries are actually really trying their best to actually fix that issue. I mean,
Okay.
out of
No,
the
this isn't a
okay,
thing you try.
I grew up in the Middle East. I grew up around Muslims. I grew up around
Okay.
Jews. I grew up around Christians.
It's not one of the things that you transition into,
That
though.
was funny
Either
though
you're
how
oppressive or you're not.
Mainer,
Like we here in the United States, we're not oppressive
Main
of
R,
women.
Main R.
In the UAE, they
Anyways,
are.
it's funny
It's
that
a
he
simple
got a
choice of the
fucking
government you want to
membership.
do. They're a
Not
Muslim government, so they
entirely.
choose Muslim law.
when people are using their religion as an excuse to hurt women, or it's just like what she was
Come
saying,
on, man.
like
The
if you
religion
actually,
was made
Like, I'll
for
just be
that,
patient
though.
and
That's what
wait.
I'm arguing.
here's the
Is
thing,
the
though, if you
religion itself is
actually,
misogynistic.
it depends on, like, okay, so there's verses
If
in the
you
Bible.
actually
Hold
follow
on,
the
hold on.
religion, it's misogynistic.
You're
If you
going
don't,
after
There is
somebody.
difference between religion and culture, though, because if you read the Quran, it's
yeah,
they're
I
very
agree.
different.
I agree, but we're talking about a religion here. There are
That's what I'm
plenty of Muslims.
saying.
I
The
know.
religion
I was.
itself's
I
very
used to
different
hook
to the
up with a
law that they
Muslim
show.
lady. I used to hook up with a Muslim lady. We used to get hotels together. I'm an infidel. Like, I totally get that some Muslims don't give a shit. But if you have a devout Muslim who follows the Quran exactly, then yes, they are very
There's a,
oppressive of women and minorities, because that's what Islam teaches. Islam
I
teaches
come from a
you to
not in
household where
all
every
oppress
regions.
single person in my
of
family is a
them.
very devout Muslim, and that's not true.
Okay, explain to me then. Okay, you know what? Let's take a different tack here, okay? Let's talk about Muhammad, okay? So Muhammad, this
That's
guy
something,
who
I'm
was a
sorry,
beast,
I
right?
will say to you, I don't want to talk about that because I will get a very, I don't know how to, I'm not very
So you don't want
educated,
to
I
talk
know,
about how he married a 6-year-old and then
no,
raped her when she
Jews
was
have the
9?
I'm not,
You
same
want to talk about
problem with
that?
the
I'm
Hey,
arranged
saying to,
marriages.
can you let me speak, please?
They
I am not
create
saying this, but I'm not,
inbreeding.
I don't know how to
Yeah, I
say it
think I
in a
heard about that as
respectful way to
well.
other people
Alright,
because I
so
speak
that
at
fucking
home with my
popped
mother, and
up.
it's different speaking to my mother because she
Okay,
understands
well
my
then you don't have
opinions
to
and my
talk about it.
beliefs.
I will.
But I don't know
So
how to say it
Muhammad
to you
raped a
differently.
6-year-old.
And if you read the Quran and the Hadiths,
You just said
which
you didn't
are
want to talk about
basically
it,
books,
so
I will
I
talk
understand
about it
that.
then. He didn't rape a
Is
Okay,
it
then
gonna
I
do it
will.
again?
So
he
Muhammad
married
married a
his
6-year-old,
he married his
and then
best
he
friend's
raped
Okay, it
her
didn't
when
do
she
it.
was
he married
9,
his
which makes
best
him a
let her
friend's
pedo.
speak.
daughter.
Hold on. Let her speak, and then when she's
Dude,
He
I
finished, you
married
can
have
his best
challenge it.
friend's
the
daughter
power.
because his
I
best friend
swear.
was dying,
I
and
am just
his best
selecting
friend said
people.
to him that please
It's
look
like
after my daughter,
baby making,
and he
dude.
said
Like
okay,
you like
and
want
he
Lord,
a
what
boy
is
or
built
a
it up.
girl. You
He
know, I want a
brought her
boy.
up
Boom, there
as
you
a
go.
child and let her have her childhood, and then when she come to the age that she
That's
could
funny.
consent
Howard
to
got the
having a
fucking
relationship,
membership.
she
That's
he
crazy,
wow.
asked
dude.
her
I don't
if
think you'll see
if she
anybody
wanted
else
to,
fucking get
and she
that.
consented herself. So
She
he
was
didn't rape a
9.
That's
child.
crazy.
He protected her, and the reason he married so
She
many
was
different
Oh,
women of
9.
flipping
different
that, dude.
ages
That's fucking
was
great.
to show this society that it's okay for it doesn't like just because a woman's
It's
divorced or a
a
widow
random
or
my ass, you guys.
she can't have children or anything doesn't mean that she's not worthy of being married to.
Yeah, George,
She was
I saw what was
9
happening.
when
Yes,
he
but
raped her.
he didn't have sexual relationships with her when she was 9.
Yes, he did. He married her when she was
Were
6,
you
and he
there at the
raped her when she
time?
was 9.
Have you read the hadiths and the Quran and the books?
I know the history of the whole thing.
I have actually
Did
read
Did
all
he
he
the
hurt
not
himself
different
marry her
again?
when she was
books.
6 and rape her when
No.
she
He
was
had
9?
like
Get the fuck
Muslims
out.
throwing like
Okay,
rocks at him and
this is the
shit
argument that
in front of
that
police.
every
Um,
anti-Islam
Okay,
person
did
they're
that happen
yelling
or
uses.
at him,
not?
saying he's a pussy, but yet
He
they're
did
all
not do
ganging
In
up
that.
on him. It's just one dude.
in the hadiths and
If
in
you
the
I
do
was
anything with
Quran.
adopted
a
into a Jewish
9-year-old, that's
family. I was
grooming. They
expected
can't
to
consent.
marry a
They're
Jewish
fucking
woman. I
children.
chose otherwise. My
It's
family was
back in the
upset.
middle,
I
but
don't
you're
give a
also
shit.
looking at
No,
Good
no,
on you,
no.
Howard.
Don't use a
hold on.
subjective
Good
morality
on you, man.
bullshit.
It's like a Japanese family.
You also got to look at the historical context because you had European kings marrying 9 and
Okay, when
10
was
year
it okay to
olds.
grape a 9-year-old in history?
It's
Are you?
also that people back in the time were more mature at the like now girls got their
Oh, a
period at
9-year-old
like
is more
7
mature
to 8 years old.
than they are
So
now?
yes, people are a lot more
Are
mature
you
before
fucking
than they are
kidding me?
now.
You're literally defending a guy raping a 9-year-old, saying the 9-year-old is
No,
more
I'm
mature than
defending
they
my
are now.
prophet.
Are you hearing the
No, I don't
fucking
need to
words that
prove
are
a
coming out
point
of your
to
mouth?
you because
Listen,
I know
You're
we're
saying a
not going to
myself
get
what to
9-year-old is
into.
teach.
more mature then than they are now, and so
We're
it,
not going to get into this religious topic because at the end of the day, she has her religion. You have your belief system. Don't play this game because here's the thing though, it's just going to go around in circles. You're going to pick out all of the talking points that I've heard everybody talk about with people who practice their religion. Does she personally believe in that? Does she personally support those things? No. She said it. She stated that she does not support everything that's written in the book, which is okay.
Wait, who dropped him? I didn't drop him.
I did. I did because it was going down. It was going down the path
Well, that's
of
loud.
attacking somebody's holy figure.
But no,
And
he.
here's the thing that everybody
And of
misses.
course,
This is
by the way,
historical
it was a
context
female
back in the
fucking
10th century.
officer that
Yes,
he
girls
was
were
running
typically
to get
married
into the
off
cop car too,
before they
and
had
she
their
was like doing a
first-
kind of a
their
shitty
first
job,
period.
dude. Like they're all
This was
fucking
a
like hitting
common
him still,
practice
right?
in
They
all
like one dude punched him in the back of
cultures.
the head,
Were they typically
and
married off at 11 and 14?
she
Yes,
just like
but
they're
did you
not
have
fucking
people
doing
that were
anything
married off
about
at the
it.
age
They're
of
not
9 in
arresting
Europe?
anyone and shit. They're just
Yes.
like, how do you?
Did you have?
In
did you
what
have
world do
you
you think it's
literally
okay
had
to do
people in
something like that
China
to
getting
assault
married
someone
off
in
as-
front of police
as
officers?
Literal 4-year-old children to
In any fucking world, you're gonna get arrested and tackled to the fucking ground.
Girl. You had people arranging marriages. Yeah, I mean, if you take it and put it into a modern perspective, yes, it's horrible. But here's the thing, though: do most Muslims believe in that sort of thing?
I hate how the Jules
No.
thing pops up.
The only ones that do practice
One of the
that
streaming
are the
guys.
ones that come from the backwards cultures where that is an okay practice.
By the way,
It's a cultural thing.
I don't know if
just
it's
like-
obvious,
just
but
like
it's
how you
a
have-
furry fucking debate.
Just like how you have
That's literally what it
conservative
is.
Jewish people, you have different types
I don't know
of
what the
Muslims. You
fucking
have
thing
some Muslims
says.
that do
Freedom,
follow the
equality,
Quran word
opportunity,
for word.
safety,
But then you do have
strong
people that, especially
leadership,
amongst younger
economy.
generations, that
So I don't fucking know.
they still practice it.
You
They
could
still
you could definitely
practice their
tell though that it's
religion,
fucking furries the way they
but
sound.
they don't do the thing. They don't do a lot of the stuff that's written in the Quran.
That's one
They have
thing.
disagreements.
It's disgusting. If somebody did that to my boys, I
go
would
ahead.
be.
One thing is like it's like in the Quran it says God says
I
to
would.
adapt your what
Something
we say in the
might
Quran
say, but
and
I
what he
really want to
says.
say.
Adapt it to the law of the land and the country you live in, because a lot
Basically, you
of the
just
stuff
want
is
to slap
back
the
from
fuck out of them.
before, and
You
that's
want
when
to bitch
like,
slap
the
the
last
shit out of
prophet
them. We'll
Muhammad,
just
that
make it
it's
PG.
from that time, and you have to realize that the times changed. So God even says that everything won't be the same in your time.
Not Tina Kotek.
Exactly my point. If like she's like probably one of the most chill Muslims I've ever come across on this app, because she actually interprets her religion without bringing the politics into it, in terms of like the whole expansion of Islam type of thing. Because that's something from the past. In the past, if you had a religion, you tried to expand it, you know. Even way back in the day when the Jewish people had a kingdom, they did sort of imply for you to become Jewish in some way. It was different, but they did have that period in their religious history. And here's the thing, though: Islam, out of all three of the Abrahamic religions, is the newest, and that's how
I don't
you
know why
have
that
to
made
look
me
at
laugh.
it. It was created in the 10th and 11th century. So yes, you still have a lot of people. It's very similar to what early Christians went through, in terms of you had people following the book as was written. You had people. Do I agree with what's written in the Quran? Fundamentally, no.
I don't
have to
give a
disagree
shit.
with a lot of it.
I don't care. I'm not even gonna read it.
I've read all three of the big books, and I chose.
I think
to
that's the
stay
problem. You
with
read
my
'em.
culture and my roots. And you know and thank you so much, guys, for the finger hearts and the roses, and it's just like what she has said. She has
This
stated
keyboard,
her stance.
this keyboard
that-
is goofy. It
that there
does
are
double
things even
and
in her religion
triples.
she disagrees with. That's the beauty of
Sto-
religion. You
Stokes-
can have
Stokes
disagreements
on
with
letters?
what's practiced in
What?
the religion. 100%. That's a part of culture.
Man, this
And thank you
motherboard
guys
is
so much
freaking
for the roses.
fried.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, this is why I don't ever get into the religious topic, because at the end of the day, she has her faith. I have my faith. Madam has her faith. Beans has his belief system. Louiso has his belief system. We all have different belief systems, you know? We're all people that believe in different cultures, and the only way that cultures can truly come together is separating our differences that we believe in and treating each other on a human basis. If you want to have a debate about religion, go seek out an imam, a sheikh, especially if you want to have the whole Islam debate. Go seek out a sheikh or an imam or a scholar. Those are the people you have those kinds of debates with. Just like how you seek out a priest or a pastor if you want to have talks about Christianity, or a rabbi. You don't just talk to some person just because they follow the religion, because they're going to have a different viewpoint on it, and they're not going to know it, and they're not always going to know everything written in their book. Because
Truthfully, I don't like being Catholic.
yeah,
Catholics
and
are weird.
this is what I promote on my platform. I allow for people of all walks of life to come here, even if I disagree with them, even if I disagree with certain things that are done in their culture or done by some of their followers. At the end of the day, if we don't come together as human beings, we're not ever going to fix the problem. It's just going to get worse. And here's the thing though about the anti-Islamic people that I really have a disagreement with is when you attack somebody who's just a believer. If you want to actually have the debate, go talk to their leaders, or at least have the education level to have at least read the whole thing. And I know that you can't read it in like 6 months, because even people who practice it, even people who practice their religions don't know everything that's written in their holy books. Like, I don't know everything written in the Talmud. I've been a Jew all my life, and I don't even know everything that's written in my culture. All right.
Well, Mika, here's the thing. I feel like at the end of the day, we're all going to end up the same way. We're all going to end up unalived. None of us will live forever. Whatever you believe in, but we all got to coexist.
Exactly.
I don't care what religion someone is. I don't care. Like, I grew up half Catholic, half Baptist. My mom's side is Catholic. My dad's side was Baptist. It's a weird, conglomeration of religious beliefs that's kind of strange, because Catholics are weird. I will say that. But, I respect both. It's just that I'm not super religious in a sense. Like, I don't go to church every Sunday. I try to go, maybe once a month.
911, what's your emergency?
But, I don't.
911, what's your emergency?
We all bleed red. We're all human. And, it's like Rodney King saying, can't we all just get along?
Right.
I think most people want to live in peace in the world, in America, in the world.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Peace is the number one thing though that humanity needs. We need more of it. We need more people advocating for not hating each other.
Right.
Because here's the thing though.
So easily though. Hate spreads so easily.
Hate is easier than love and respect.
And it's horrible.
Because to show respect and love for somebody who believes differently than you. And I do have to do a quick little reset. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Luna, I'll be right back. I had to do a quick little reset. Choi, if you want to come back, you can. You're welcomed here.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry for bringing in religion. Sorry.
No worries. It happens. It's no worries at all. I actually thoroughly enjoy your perspective on it, because it's different than what I'm used to.
I was trying to get to 5,000 so I can hear you bark. Now I gotta stop.
Hold on.
We've been going.
Hold on. We'll get back to it. Like,
all right, you set it to 3,000, and I'm.
You know what? I'll make a deal. I'll do 1K.
Okay. All right.
Oh no, my appeal is approved. Never mind. Oh no, it's still
pending.
No, the first one did get appealed, and the second one did not. So I do have to do.
Wait, what are you getting violated for? You're not even saying anything offensive.
Static image. I keep forgetting to point it at a certain angle in my room.
You gotta do the ghost thing. Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta.
Yeah.
No, don't drop because of that.
Did did someone unlike my stream?
Don't drop that.
Here's the thing though. If you have a restriction and you still stay live, it actually does affect your future live streams, because then they're gonna be like, oh, this account gets restricted.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna do a quick reset. be back. If you guys want to come back up, you can.
I'll be
And thank you guys for being here.
Before you go, because I need to go to sleep now because it's
Yeah.
quite late in the UK, I just want to say thank you to all of you for understanding my
interesting.
viewpoint and not judging me just because of my religion.
No worries.
Anytime.
I'm a humanitarian first and foremost, and honestly, I can tell you though that some of my closest friends that I ever served with in the military, they were Muslim. Not all Muslims are bad people. Just like how you have bad eggs in Jewish culture, Christian culture, every religion, race, creed, you have bad people that take things and use it for their own personal advantage. And this is the beauty about what I run here is I'm not gonna be like, ew, you're a Muslim, you're not welcome up on this panel. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'll hear them out. If they start going down the path of being discriminatory or being hateful, then I drop them for being hateful, not because of their culture, because of how they act. I'm a person who judges based upon character. I don't judge based upon any physical traits that you can't control. We don't control what religion we're born into or what religion we practice. You know? Like, that's the beauty of culture.
Well, when we come back, all right, so restart. When we come back, can we discuss religion versus morality?
Sure. We can go down that topic real.
I'm probably not going to join back in it.
14th and Flanders. Might be time. That was probably totally illegal.
Was blowing up. Like, it was crazy.
That man don't want nobody to tell him happy birthday.
Woo, we got the light again. Supposed to buy lottery tickets.
But hey, I got to work on my birthday and I got to put money in my pocket, so.
Ew.
Money, money, money! Money!
Hey Binks, welcome to being an adult, bruh.
I hate
Right?
birthday.
I work every birthday unless I take it off.
Me too.
I hate working on my birthday, boys. Act like motherfuckers act like they care. At the job, well, damn well y'all don't.
I'd rather work on my birthday, get that money in my pocket.
You should be paid to be off on your birthday. I'm just saying.
Okay. I was hoping this would be like
Damn,
very
y'all
like
quiet tonight.
yeah, this kind of
I
sucks.
know.
I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's this video. Oh. Am I actually following this dude? I am not. Welcome to stream, you guys.
Just go over to TikTok, type my name in, Cam Higby, CAMHIGBY, and request to join the live. There'll be a little blue person, a little pink person. Hit that button and request to come up and have a conversation. But make sure to go to my last several videos, the conversations that I've had. Make sure to like and hype those videos so that they get pushed into the YouTube algorithm and more people see them. And if you're not already, make sure to subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, go over to YouTube and subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, go over to YouTube and subscribe. All right, we're going to start bringing
I'm actually not even following him.
Hello.
Okay, you were saying.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
All right. So yeah, I disagree with the prompt because I mean, I'm Muslim and I'm
No
in
shit.
America.
You couldn't have
and
fooled me.
I
I
like
can hear that
Christians.
voice.
I respect and like Christians. You can see that in my bio too. But why do you say Islam is evil and incompatible with America?
Yeah, that's fine. I would actually contest if you say that you're a Muslim and that you like Christians. I would contest that, considering your own holy book in chapter 98, verse 6. It literally says that Christians and Jews are the worst of created beings. But aside from that, I think that Islam is evil because it endorses the rape of children. It expressly permits
It types
the marriage
again
of
just
children.
in
It
time for
instructs
me to
you
go eat dinner
murder
in a
and
minute.
kill
Lol.
anyone who does not agree with you, who's not a
That right,
Muslim.
Bones?
And it also commands you to beat your wife.
I think the
all three of those
USB
things are
bus
evil
is where
and
the
incompatible
issue
with the
is.
most basic
Where
of
do you
laws
think
in this
these
country.
Islam are evil? People are going anyway. Like, what reasonable measure will satisfy them? Nothing. Nothing will
You're cutting
satisfy.
out
Well, a goat would, actually.
You're cutting out. You're cutting out horrendously. You're cutting out horrendously. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Now do you hear?
It's still pretty bad.
It's that fucking
I
Taliban
can hear
music,
you.
dude.
Well,
Or it's that Taliban
I
internet.
can hear you a little better now. What
Is this
were you
good?
asking?
I'm saying, where does
it's
it say
better
these
so
things
far.
that you're saying?
Which things are you asking about? If you're asking about the fact that you literally can't be a Muslim and be friends with Christians and Jews, it says in Surah 5, Ayat 51, O believers, take neither Christians nor Jews as guardians. They are guardians of each other. Whoever does this will be counted as one of them. Surely Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. If you want to talk about child marriage, you can go to Surah 65, verse 4, where it talks about, do you know what an iddah is?
Yeah, that's like
Tell the
after
class.
you like for divorce.
Correct. And what is it for divorce?
It's like a rule, like 3 months that you have to make sure that your wife isn't pregnant.
It's the waiting period for women in order to divorce them, in order for them to start a new relationship with somebody. They have to wait 3 months.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you didn't say it super clear. So an iddah is a 3-month waiting period that a woman has to undergo before divorcing a man. So in Quran 65:4, Surah 65, Ayat 4, it expressly gives permission to divorce underage women who have not yet reached the age of puberty, who aren't menstruating yet. If you can divorce women who aren't menstruating yet, you can also marry them, obviously. And Allah repeatedly commands Muslims to have sex with their wives. And if you are commanded to have sex with your wife and you're also expressly allowed to marry children, you're allowed to rape children in Islam. And we know that because Muhammad himself did it. He married Aisha at the age of 6 and he consummated his marriage at the age of 9, according to Aisha herself in Sahih al-Bukhari 5134.
No, 19 actually. They back then
False.
the age was counted after puberty. So she was 9 years after her puberty.
Oh, okay.
But that's still
Interesting.
illegal.
So could you tell me, could you give
That's
me
still
any
illegal.
piece of historical evidence from any point in history ever, not even just exclusive to Muslims in Mecca and Medina, just any historical evidence from any
I heard him
point in
correctly,
human
didn't I?
history where puberty was ever counted after puberty, or where age was counted after puberty?
Well, back then in those countries, yeah, they did.
Oh, can you provide
That was
evidence of that?
back
Because it's
then,
false. No
where it was
civilization
probably
in human
fine,
history has
dude.
ever
But we're
counted
talking
age
about modern
after
time,
puberty. Namely because
where
it
it's
would be
common
physically
sense now. Like,
impossible
wait,
to do
what
so.
the fuck?
Take a man, for example. You and I. How did you know when you hit puberty?
Well, you want me to say it on here?
No. How did you know that you hit puberty? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Right, you
Like-
don't know. So there's a very clear signal for women when they hit puberty because
He
they start
said
bleeding out of
9
their
years
vaginas.
after
For
her
men,
puberty,
it's much
so
different.
he's
Do you
implying
count
that
it when your
after
balls start
she
getting hair, or do
hit
you count it
puberty,
when
they
your
waited
testicles
9
getting
years.
hair? Do
I
you count it
doubt
when your
it.
voice
I
gets a little
fucking
deeper?
doubt
Because
it.
none of these things are clear
Probably like a
indications
fucking,
that
like,
you've hit
a
puberty.
month
There's not a really
after
good
puberty.
way to determine when a man has hit puberty.
Actually,
And
not
thus
even
there's
a
an
month.
imbalance. You'd never count a woman's age after puberty and not men's, and you'd never be able to calculate a man's age after puberty. And thus,
Are you talking
is the
about
reason
the
why it never happened.
like the
There's
whole
no
fucking
historical
the
evidence
playing with the
for
toys
any
and
point in
shit?
human history ever where they counted
Yeah, no,
age
it is,
after
Howard.
puberty. Why? Because it's retarded. Okay. Even the dumbest people, like the early Muslims, Muhammad, the illiterate, cave-dwelling Neanderthal,
But no,
that he
it's
was,
still fucking illegal.
also didn't think that you should count age after puberty because it's stupid.
Well, so look though.
It's just
and
weird.
Also, you say these things
S-
like
with them talking
that
about
Muslims
after
are allowed
fucking
to marry
puberty.
children and
They
do
are.
all these things, but
You didn't dispute it.
does Muslims do these things in the modern day?
Yes.
No,
What's the legal age of marriage in Yemen?
I don't know because I don't live in.
It's
I'm not-
zero. It's zero. What's the legal age of marriage in Sudan?
Is it really?
Oh,
I gotta
I
look
don't
that
know
shit
either,
up.
but I know
Actually, I'm kind of
Turkey,
worried
it's
to
like
look that up
it's
now that I'm thinking about it.
There are a few Muslim countries that don't really practice Islam as a legal system that have been better on child marriage, but almost all of them have sweeping exceptions for marrying women underage. Like Jordan, for example. The legal age of marriage in Jordan is 18, but there are sweeping exceptions that make it allowable to marry women under the age of 18. In virtually
Yemen
every
does not have
country
a
other
formal
than Turkey,
legal
Jordan, and
minimum
Egypt, it is
age for
completely
marriage. Oh
legal to
boy.
marry and rape children.
Jesus. That's an actual
Are you
thing.
sure about those laws?
I am
Like,
absolutely
That's
positive.
crazy.
Iran, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
take
dude,
any
these
Muslim country
these
other than the
motherfuckers
three that I
cannot
named,
coexist
and it is
with
legal
us,
in
man.
virtually all
They
of them
can't.
to marry children. And
That's
it's also
fucking
legal
weird,
to rape
dude.
your wife. Your wife doesn't have the right to say no if you want to have sex with her. And thus, if you can rape your wife and you can have
The law
marry
lacks
a
a
child,
fixed age
you are legally
requirement,
allowed to rape
leaving
children.
young girls and children
I
vulnerable
think
to
that's a
early
problem.
marriage.
And it's actually derived
That's
directly
fucking
from
oh wow.
from,
Okay.
like early Islamic
Legal
law
status
in the
and
Quran.
background, minimum
Okay,
age
so
limit, none
raping your
specified
wife
in
isn't
current
as
national
heavily
law.
rooted
Historical
in the
context,
Quran,
past
but
attempts
marrying
by
children is.
lawmakers to set a minimum
I mean, like,
age
obviously that's
such as
wrong, but you
17
don't see
or
any modern
18 were
Muslims doing
blocked
that.
or left unpassed
you think it's wrong.
due to
That's
political
totally false. You see
conflict and
Muslims all over the
opposition
world
and
doing it.
I
But
can't
you
say
think
that
it's
fucking
wrong
word.
that Muhammad married Aisha at the age of
That's
9?
fucking weird,
No,
dude.
Aisha
Married
was
at the age of 6.
That's
That's fucking
the
bizarre.
Their
I'm so
calendar was
glad we're in
different.
the U.S. with
So
the
why
normal
did
shit.
Aisha bint Abi Bakr
And then they want to bring up
herself
the fucking
say,
past.
Sahih
Because
Bukhari
what was it that they
5134,
were like
narrated
talking
by
about in the
Aisha
U.S.? Like it was
that
like
she was 6
the
at the
legal
age of
age
marriage
for
and
like
9 at the age of her
what the fuck
consummation.
was
Pull it
it?
up right now.
Was it
Sahih
consent
Bukhari
or
5134.
I know
something
what
in
it
the
says. I've
U.S.?
read
I
the
think it was
hadiths.
like they were
Don't worry,
saying
I'm a
16
So
or 15 or
what
some
is the
shit.
evidence to the contrary?
But yet that was like how many
Because
fucking years
at
ago?
that
And then
time,
it's
like,
now
their
it's like
calendar and their
fucking
age
18.
counting system was different.
Okay, the age counting system wasn't different. Every human civilization,
Like why do they
since
always
the
gotta bring up the
Neolithic
fucking
revolution, as
past?
long as we have been counting age,
That's the thing
has
with these
counted it
fucking
from
people,
when you
dude.
were
It's
born,
always the
because that's
fucking
the only
past.
thing that makes sense. Nobody counts age.
And like
after
right now,
puberty.
it's the
It
fucking
is a
present for
lie,
these
It is
fuckers.
false, and there's no historical evidence for that whatsoever. Muhammad was
That's creepy.
55 years old. So would you think that he was actually like 60 or 70 rather?
Well, no,
Or-
it was only for women that was counted after puberty.
Okay. So only women's ages were counted up. And can you tell me when
They
that
gotta
changed?
go stick
When
them
did
where they
change the law
belong
and say, okay, from
and
now on,
fucking
we're
let
counting age
them
at birth and
run
not after puberty? When did
rabbit
that
on
change?
themselves. Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know when they started making modern laws.
No. It didn't.
All religions are terrible when
Find me the
viewed
documentation
through a
of this
modern
change. It couldn't
context.
have changed because it never happened. It was
Bones.
never that way in the first place. You've been
The
lied
shit
to.
that they
Maybe you
do is
actually
fucking
believe this, maybe
bizarre
you
as
can check
fuck,
it. I don't
dude.
know, but if you
16
actually
in
believe
many
it,
states,
I hope this
17 in
wakes
some
you up a
states,
little bit.
18 in others.
Never at
Okay,
any
all
point-
right.
do your own research after this
What was it
conversation.
back then,
Never
though?
at any point in human history has there ever
Was it
been a
15? I feel like
civilization
15
that
was
counts
back
age
then
after
in the
puberty.
U.S.
For women only.
At least I
That's the
thought that's
dumbest
what
thing
I
ever.
heard.
Then you have a massive imbalance. You don't know how old. Like it doesn't make sense. You'd end up with men and women who are the same age. Let's say the woman is 10. You're gonna end up with men that are the same age. They're actually like 24 years old, but their counterpart would be 10 years old. That doesn't make any sense. You'd obviously calculate the age for both sexes the exact same
Fucking
way,
AI
not
viewers,
differently.
man. Fuck off.
It would be totally incoherent to count the ages differently
Outta
for
here.
each sex.
Well, obviously that's how it should be, but like I'm
Why-
telling you,
why the
back then
fuck
in
do I get
that
those,
place,
dude?
that's how
There
they
is
counted it.
zero evidence for this. Zero evidence. Not the pre-Islamic era, pagan Arabs. Not
Well, I'm still
the
at 7
Christians
likes,
in Jerusalem. Not the Jews
that
in
sucks.
Jerusalem. Not
It's
the
because when
Canaanites,
you are
not
looking at
literally
Islam,
no
some of those people are living
Mesopotamians.
in the
Nobody
Stone Age.
counted
Well,
age
of
after
course.
puberty. Nobody. It's never happened.
Just like
in human
Cuba.
history. There is no
You see the fucking
archaeological
vehicles and
evidence
shit that
for
they got
this
over there? They don't
whatsoever.
even have a
There's no
modern
historical
vehicle. It's all
documentation for
fucking
this
like
whatsoever.
60s
As
vehicles
long
and
as humans
shit.
have been counting
50s and
age, we have been
60s.
counting it from birth because that's the only thing that makes sense.
But like, look though, here's the thing.
Tell me this. How would you actually combat this? So tell me this. So in Sahih al-Bukhari,
Does Cuba have modern cars? So maybe it was just a certain area then in
You know
Cuba.
what that one says?
No, I don't know it at the top of my head.
It's narrated by Aisha, and it says, "I used to play with dolls in the presence of the
Because when
Prophet,
you are looking
and my
at
girlfriends also used to play with me.
Christianity is
When
no
Allah's
better.
messenger, peace be upon him, used to
Christianity is
enter my dwelling
no
place,
better a
they
code
used
for
to hide
life.
themselves. But the
Cuba has
prophet
modern
would
cars. The
call
American
them to
cars are
join
more
and
like
play
a
with me.
tourist
The
thing.
playing of dolls and similar images were forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at
No,
that
they
time
have.
because she was a
No,
little girly and not yet
no, they
reaching the
have
age of
modern Korean cars
puberty.
mostly.
What is it called in Islam?
They were probably given.
When a when a child, an adult plays with dolls. What is that called?
What do you mean when an adult plays with dolls?
When an adult plays with dolls, what's it called?
It's creepy.
I don't know.
It's haram, right? It's haram, right?
Oh,
yeah,
I was thinking
It's haram.
creepy.
Yeah, okay. So, do we both agree that when Aisha was playing with dolls, she must have been a child because it's forbidden for her to play with?
In that hadith, she's a child. Yes.
Occasional
So
European cars, but
Muhammad
they are
would go
pretty
play with her
expensive
with
for
her
the
dolls. What
locals.
would we call it?
I can imagine.
5-year-old girl right now, and I went and played with her. I played toys with her, and then I waited for her to reach the age of 18, and then I married her. What would we call that?
Well, in the year 2026, I would call you a pedophile.
Right, exactly. We call it grooming, right?
Yeah, but
So-
that was
so we're-
1,400 years ago.
Doesn't matter. Tell me this: did God's morals change?
Well, no, but like.
Okay,
the
so
thing is-
something. So we agree that if something's wrong now, if it's immoral today, it also was immoral back then, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So you just became a kafir when you said that what Muhammad did was wrong when he groomed
How did I become
Aisha
a
bint Abi
kafir?
Bakr, because you said that it's wrong for you to meet a small child and groom them into marriage. Worst
Well, I say-
case scenario. Hold up, one second. Worst case scenario: Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, is a cave-dwelling Neanderthal illiterate pedophile. Best case scenario, he's an illiterate cave-dwelling grooming pedophile. So either way, he's a pedophile. There's no way around it. He literally groomed a
I don't know
small
why,
child
man,
into
but I feel like I
marriage.
am selecting people at this
Whether or
point.
not-
That's funny.
1 second, whether she was an adult when he married her or not, which she wasn't, it doesn't matter. He's still a pedophile, and you just said that what he did was wrong.
I'm saying, like,
But
back
back
then,
to
those things
religion,
weren't,
like I am a practicing
And I asked you,
Buddhist, but
do
even
God's
then,
morals change?
Guatemala, whatever
No,
the
God's
Oh,
morals
fuck,
Okay, so if something is wrong,
left his
if something is
family,
wrong and immoral today,
which
we both agree that grooming
would
children
be
is evil.
frowned upon today.
Well, yeah, I would say it is, yeah.
Bones, I am just
So
lost
you
with that
agree That if
sentence.
something is wrong and immoral today, it was wrong and immoral always, because the morals come from God, correct? You
You've
agree with this?
saturated the
Yes,
zone.
yes.
Allah. Okay. Okay, so morals come
No,
from
Robbie,
Allah.
I ain't freeing shit.
Mhm.
You're a little
If
bit
something is
better
wrong
than
and
fucking
immoral today,
unfiltered, so
it's
that's why
wrong
I'm
and
keeping
immoral
you
back
around.
then. You called it evil. I asked you if you believe grooming children is evil. What Muhammad did was he literally groomed a child.
But if you keep
Best case
fucking
scenario.
asking for them and shit,
Best
then I'll
case
probably just
scenario,
like hide
he
you
groomed a
again.
child. He played with her. He was around her. He was best friends with her father. And then, according to you, as soon as she reached legal age and
With
hit puberty, which,
memberships,
by the way, you
you've
still can't have sex with puberty, just because,
saturated
a
the
12-year-old
zone
starts
with
menstruating
memberships.
doesn't
What are
mean
you
that I
talking
can have
about,
sex with
Bones?
them suddenly. As soon as she reached
Hi,
what
no
you would
one?
consider legal age, he married her and then
Why?
he had sex with her. That's according to you. And you have already stated that you think that's evil. So you are a kafir because you believe that what Muhammad did was evil.
But no, like, look, I didn't say that thing is like immoral. Does Allah say you can't do that though? Does that say that in the Quran?
Does it say what? You can't do what? That you can't
Like-
groom children?
I mean, did that say that though? If Allah didn't say that, then at
Wait,
that
wait,
time,
wait. Say
culture,
what?
and
Say
if
what?
at that time culturally it was normal, then when he was doing that, that was normal in everyone's eyes back then.
Well, hold up. Doesn't matter if it's normal. That doesn't make it right. Allah does not expressly say that raping children is evil. In fact, he endorses it. That's the problem here. You think that it's evil.
I find it funny
regardless.
that
You think that it's evil.
I
and
find it
agree
funny
with you.
that
You think it's evil to
Cam
rape children.
says
I
the
commend that.
you know
I agree with
raping,
you totally.
but he says it with hard R.
The Quran does not say that. Nowhere does the Quran say that having sex with children is evil. In fact, again, it endorses it. You can marry children per 65:4 in the Quran. It says that the iddah for a woman who has reached the age of menstruation.
Allah is a
12 months,
retard.
And the
Fuck.
iddah for a girl who has not
Yo,
reached the age of
I don't even know if I'm
menstruation is
even
also
able to
3
say
months.
that.
You can divorce a woman who hasn't reached menstruation. You can also
Oops,
marry.
gotta
them,
run.
because you
Red
can't marry- you can't
Roadhouse
divorce
is
somebody
here.
without marrying
Okay,
them
Bones.
first.
All right, see
So
you,
if
man.
you have an iddah, if you're physically able to have an iddah, which is the waiting period before divorce, you can be married. And it specifically provides how to divorce young girls that are not menstruating yet. The Quran
I mean,
says
like,
this.
yeah, I don't believe that should be allowed. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. I don't think that's right. But like, the Quran doesn't say go
Congratulations,
do that.
you're kafir.
I'm not a kafir. That's not how being a kafir
You
works.
are. Yeah, it means you are a disbeliever. That's what kafir means, and you are a
I
disbeliever.
know what a
you
kafir is.
you have disbelieved in the word of Allah.
No, I didn't. Allah doesn't actively say go do that. He says if that's what happened, then he gives that rule, the 3-month
In
rule.
fact,
Oops.
in
For
fact,
that.
what Allah says is He says in 59:7, whatever the messenger gives you, take it, and whatever he forbids, abstain from it. Do as he does, and don't do as he doesn't do. If you don't do as the messenger does, and you don't not do what he forbids, you are a kafir. It says, indeed, in the messenger, Muhammad,
I was
you have an
raised to
excellent
treat
example
women
to
with
follow in
respect,
the
or I
Quran
got my ass beat.
33:21. It says in
Yeah,
59:7,
yeah.
or sorry, it says in
Yeah,
68:4,
I
and
was
indeed
getting
you,
hit by a
Muhammad,
paddle
are a
and
good
shit.
character. I don't
I
believe
had
that
like
people
hot
who
sauce and
groom
all
or
that.
rape children
I had to
are
watch like
good moral
scary
character or
movies and
exemplary
shit.
role models, nor do I think
But
you should play Simon Says
yeah,
what
my
do as
father
you do,
wasn't
not do as
around
you
all
don't
that
do.
much, but he came back
It
when I was
says
like 16 years old.
in 480, whoever has obeyed
And
the
I think
messenger
he
has
left.
obeyed Allah.
Yeah,
It
because
says in
I don't know, there was just a whole
33:36,
bunch of
it was
drama
not
and all
for
that
a
shit, but I'm pretty
believing
sure he
man
left
or
when
woman,
I was
when Allah and His messenger have decided the
22,
matter, to have any choice about the affair.
21 maybe?
So if you have an opinion on something that Allah and His messenger Muhammad have already made a decision about, do you think that marrying children is wrong?
Yes.
Kafir.
No, that's not how it works. Bro.
Allah and His messenger, you are an apostate. Allah and His messenger have decided the matter that you are allowed to marry children. You said you don't think you should be allowed to marry children, but it's already decided. It's not believing. It is not for a believing man
Anyway,
or
I'm
woman.
gonna run.
You claim
Oh,
to be
okay,
one. To have
Howie,
any
I
choice in the
agree.
matter.
But keep in
You're
mind,
not a believer
Allah
man or woman.
is the
You're a
same as the
disbeliever.
Jewish
They don't
and the
say
Christian.
that. You have to go.
Yeah, just say God.
They did not say that. So if you say it's wrong, and
The
I'm not
matter
gonna
has
do
Because
been
when
settled.
people
Do
say
you
Allah
think-
Akbar,
do you
just
think-
like
do you think that
supposedly
it's
it means
that's
God is
wrong
great,
for anyone to marry a
but
child?
yet Allah is like the first fucking
Yes,
thing
I
that
mean,
that
yeah.
is said.
Allah
So
and
it
His
shouldn't be
messenger
God is
have
great,
decided the matter in
not.
the Quran, where it
Well,
makes
actually, fuck,
specific
I'm already
provision
losing it.
that you are allowed
Never
to
mind,
marry
ignore what I said.
So I'm
Okay.
not saying that the Quran tells you have
Ignore
to marry
me.
children.
Okay,
but
exactly.
it expressly permits it. Do you think that it should be permitted to marry children?
That's why I got expelled in grade
Well,
8.
it's wrong
My parents
to marry
just
children.
let us
Kafir.
do whatever, law,
No,
zero
that's
discipline.
not how you become a kafir.
They were
How you
too
become a kafir
busy getting
is
high.
going against
Oh wow,
Islam's
great,
rule.
great lifestyle, Robbie. That's a great,
Right.
Is that
You
that's a
have
great.
decided- Islam's
great
rules say
environment,
that it's
dude.
not for you to have any choice in the
But
matter when
yeah, the
Allah
thing that
and His
was
messenger have
that
decided
would
the
piss
matter.
my mother
That's
off because she was the one,
33:36.
right,
Surah
that would
33,
fucking
ayat
hit me with a paddle,
36.
dude. It
says
was a
that
2
you
by
are not
4.
allowed
It was
to
shaped
have
into a
any
paddle,
opinion
and
on the matter when
yeah,
Allah and
it
His messenger
fucking
have settled
it would
the
hurt,
matter.
but
You
eventually I
think
started
that it should
fucking
not
laughing,
be
and it would just
permissible
piss her off
for
even more.
children to be married to adult men. You are a kafir. You have an opinion on the matter, an opinion that dissents from Allah's opinion.
I got
You are a
I
kafir.
got expelled at grade
Okay, but
10.
my
I got
opinion
exploding
isn't like in
grade 10.
Islamic rules. My
Nice.
opinion is just in my
Nice.
opinion. Like I don't
Exploding.
think that should
Right.
be allowed.
It's an opinion that you're not allowed to have, per the
No,
Quran
that's not-
itself. The
that's not how
Quran
it
says you're
works.
not allowed to have an opinion on it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have an opinion on things that are haram. Like if something is haram
The-
and you say no, it should be halal, and you keep doing
Okay,
it.
but
That's
my
what's
opinion
The Quran
isn't like in-
expressly says that it is not for a believing man or woman to have any choice in the matter when Allah and His messenger Muhammad have settled it. You have a choice in the matter. And if you have a choice in the matter, you cannot be a believing man or woman.
bro. Whatever, bro. But the thing is, you say Islam, like there's no Muslims doing that in the modern day. Like no Muslim goes and
Completely
marries a
false.
child.
They do it all over the Middle East. Again, the legal age of marriage in Yemen is 0. In Sudan, it's 10. It's legal to marry children in Saudi Arabia. It's legal in Iran. It's legal in Afghanistan. It's legal all over the Middle East.
Like, do we come to America and marry children? No.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
No, because you're not in
I
control
wouldn't
here.
be surprised if they try.
if we
But,
were, you're
by the
saying
way,
we would.
I actually don't think you would. Okay, because I don't think you're actually a Muslim. I think you
I
think
am,
you're
though,
a Muslim.
alhamdulillah.
I can hear that
but
in his
you
voice.
are directly in dissent.
What's happening in
and
Britain right
disagreement
now?
with the Quran
Bullshit.
itself.
Yeah, right.
And thus, per the Quran itself,
Like
you
it
can't be a
gets
Muslim.
in there, dude. It gets
You
in,
can't be a
like what
believing
the
man
fuck
or
is the
woman.
word
You are
called?
kafir.
Assimilate?
Because
No,
you
it's not
have your own
assimilated. What the
idea
fuck is the
about
word
what
I'm thinking of?
morals should be. Like you shouldn't be allowed to rape children. Nowhere in the Quran.
I'm sure you
does it
guys
say
know what
that.
I'm trying to talk
It doesn't
about.
say- in fact, it says the opposite, right? But you think it should be illegal. You think that it should be wrong and not permitted, which I commend you for, and I agree with you.
Dude, how am I still at 7 likes,
Look,
you guys?
Okay, so you think
but if some of your
Assimilation, yeah, yeah. Like that's what they're basically doing, but in Britain, like it's not
charge, I guarantee you
Britain's
things would be a little
culture.
bit different.
They're trying to
My
bring
evidence
that
for is
shit
the entire
over into
Middle East.
Britain.
Okay, so you're saying if Muslims ran the U.S., there would be child marriage.
If actual Muslims did, for sure.
I'm pretty positive they try doing that here.
Country.
Can you tell me the dude that is popular for raping children, Epstein? Can you tell me his religion?
Hey, 8 likes now. Fuck yeah.
Can I tell you Epstein's religion? Well, hold up.
Oh.
Epstein didn't rape children because of his religion. He raped children because he was a pedophile. He was
Yeah,
sick in
but
the
can you
head.
tell me his religion?
Dude,
I just want to know his religion.
The fact
Or
that
his
he's
God.
not saying rape is
specifically
just crazy to
religious.
me.
Clearly not, because the Bible actually tells you can't have sex with children.
Well, he wasn't Christian,
He
because
was.
he was
ethnically-
Jewish.
That's crazy,
No,
Howard.
yeah, he was
That's fucking
ethnically
crazy,
Jew,
dude.
But hey, spoiler alert: Jews believe in the Bible. It's literally their holy book.
Yeah, but like I said, I like Christians.
Do you
That's
actually?
Fine, you're not a Muslim. Again, if you take Christians and Jews as friends, you're not a Muslim. You're one of them.
No,
there,
when
there
did
are
I say
many
I take Jews as
disqualifiers
friends,
for
though?
you.
You can literally tell by my name.
Do
I
you
hate
do you
them so
take
much.
Christians? Do you take Christians as friends?
Yeah, I do.
According to the Quran, you are not a Muslim. You
It
are
says
a Christian.
guardians, though. Does it say friends?
We have
It says
more
guardians.
The
mosques
translation means
in New York
friends and
City right now than we do churches and
that, like,
temples.
when you translate it to English, things just change.
That's
up and
crazy.
Stuff. That's why
That's
it's actually
fucking
commended
crazy.
to read in Arabic. That's why.
Oh, that's why I'm learning Arabic so that I can read it in Arabic.
Well, yeah, then maybe.
But it
you would
doesn't change up
understand
that
it.
much.
Dude, I'm not learning
It's
that
literally
fucking language, man.
Almost every version of the Quran that you can buy in English is translated by Muslims who are not misinterpreting the Quran. They know what it means in Arabic and they translate it to English so that English speakers can understand it. These are Muslim scholars that do this. It's
So
not like
you're
some
saying-
malicious dickhead who's just changing around the Quran. These are Muslims who are translating it to English for other Muslims.
So you believe that Islam is incompatible with the U.S., but Judaism is compatible.
What? Sorry, say again.
So you believe that Islam is not compatible with the U.S., but Judaism is.
Yeah, sure. I don't see anything that's wrong with Judaism. That would be a
Well,
disqualifier.
Jews literally marry children too.
If a Jew marries a child, I think that's evil, and I think that person should be in prison. Now, the difference between me and you is that when I see somebody do something evil like marry children, whether they're a Christian, Jew, white guy, black
want
guy,
them in the
brown
wood
guy, doesn't
chipper.
matter to me, I look at it and I say that's evil.
Wood
I say-
chipper.
I say that person should be in prison. You look at it and you worship it.
Pete first.
No, I don't. I say
You
like
do.
it's not
You are
against
Muslim.
their religion either. Then why don't you go tell Jews this? In Judaism,
Absolutely
you can
it
marry
is.
kids. No, it's not.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove that you can marry children. And
I'll prove it to you. I literally have the prime example. Epstein.
Hold on,
he was a
is
Jew.
he-
literally had Talmud.
is he trying to
and Torahs
prove
in
that
his
you can
desk,
marry
and
children?
He was raping kids on that island.
Okay,
Or-
so just because you're a Jew and you do something bad doesn't mean that the religion permits it. Lots of people, and you as a Muslim definitely shouldn't be making this argument, because I can think of way worse things that Muslims have done than Christians have done. Notice how when I'm arguing against Islam, I don't say look at what ISIS did, and I don't
I
say
have
look
a
at what
Cam
Al-Qaeda did.
Higby,
What would you say if I said those things?
Shout
Well,
out.
Those groups are made by Israel just to attack Muslim countries anyway. So I don't
Okay,
care.
fine. And Jeffrey Epstein was just working
Was that
for
CH? Was it Cam Higby?
No,
See,
Jeffrey
that-
Epstein
so-
was a
so-
Mossad
so-
agent.
there it
doesn't
is,
matter.
yeah.
You're making you're making shit out of thin air that you have no evidence to prove. The typical response, if I were to say,
Jews definitely
look at what
definitely
Muslims
have
did in
inbreeding
ISIS
and
and
arranged
Al-Qaeda,
marriages.
blah,
Oh yeah.
blah, 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 right?
Yeah, it
The
wouldn't.
typical
I
response would be,
that shit wouldn't surprise me.
well, those people don't accurately reflect Islam, right? And that's kind of in a roundabout way what you were saying. That's why I don't cite those people, right? Instead, I appeal to your holy book directly, to your messenger, Muhammad. I don't say, look at what this random Muslim person did, because just because an individual does something doesn't mean that they're actually acting on their religion. Now,
What
in the case
about,
of Muslims, I believe that they were, right? But there's nothing in the Torah.
I live
that
in a
expressly
religious
permits you to marry
neighborhood. I don't
What
follow it,
about
but
that
the
thing,
kids come
that
out
rabbis
different.
do after
Well,
circumcision?
I mean,
the
yeah,
suction?
yeah.
You know about that?
I do, yeah. It's a very, very old tradition.
Yeah, do you
that
think that's
there's
compatible
nothing-
with the
well,
US?
No, I don't. There's nothing in the Torah that tells you to do what's it
What
called,
was he? What was he
Mitzvah
saying
Bebek
compatible
or
with the
something.
U.S.?
There's
I don't know what it's
nothing.
called, but-
There's nothing in the Torah that tells you to do this. There's nothing in the Torah that tells you to bite off a baby's foreskin to circumcise them. Almost every Jew in the
Why
world
does-
circumcises their babies.
He's
with
like bite
sterile
off the
tools.
foreskin.
Okay, that tradition comes from like
What
before
movie
sterile
did
tools
that?
existed,
Like, what
and the
movie
cleanest
had
way to
that?
do it was with your mouth. And I think it's disgusting and
I don't think it was
deforming,
bite off, right? Wasn't it
especially
like
that
fucking just
some
cut
Jews,
off
a
or
very
something?
few,
I
a very
forgot.
small amount of very
It was like a
Orthodox
comedy
Jews
movie, though.
today still do it. And no, I don't think it's compatible with the United States of America. I think
Well,
it's
it's never going to be compatible.
so
almost
you're
no
saying-
Jews do it, by the way. Like almost no
so
Jews today practice this. And it has
You're
nothing
saying
to do with
their
their
God
religion.
let them do that. So does God's morals change? No, then God still lets them do
Well,
it.
hold up. God
Okay.
doesn't
All right. I was
say
like,
anything
bite
about
it off.
practice.
It's like,
It
do you
doesn't
mean
come
cut it
from the
off?
Torah. And
So where
as
did it
you
come
and
from?
I both know, God doesn't control people. Muslims don't believe that God controls people either. You don't
Well,
believe
yeah.
that God controls people. If God controlled people, everybody would be a Muslim, right?
Well, everybody's born a Muslim,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh?
Okay. Well, everybody would
Okay.
still be practicing Islam.
Okay.
But they don't, because God doesn't
Everybody's
control
born a
people.
Muslim. Got it.
A very
Yeah.
small sect of
You're
Jews
born with a religion, you
still
guys.
do this practice. It is
Just
wrong.
like you are
It is
born
disgusting,
a
but they are
transmission.
very, very,
Or,
very small minority, and
born
almost
gay.
no Jews do it today. It has nothing to do with their religion. It came as a tradition out of necessity a very long time ago before
No, but
sterile tools existed.
Muslims
No
do
predict.
circumcision too. Do we bite it off? No.
Right, that's fine. Jews, most of the time, also don't bite it off. There is a very small nominal number of Jews that do, and they're disgusting.
Lethal.
What's your point?
Okay, so why did we never do it, but they always did? Why didn't we do it?
I don't know. But
Yeah,
that
'cause
doesn't
we were
change the fact
normal
that
and
you're
they were
you're
natural.
trying to force an argument here that's not working. I agree with you that it's wrong that they do that. But
Okay,
it
so then
doesn't
why do you
change
still
the
say it's
it does
compatible with the U.S. then?
I already told you that practice is not compatible with the United States of America, but it doesn't
Okay.
come from Judaism
Then why is it only Jews that do it?
because it's a cultural tradition that came out of a very small sect of Judaism.
Okay,
and
exactly.
It's wrong.
And marrying
But
children
it doesn't
is an Arab
come from the
cultural
holy
thing.
text.
Is you like trying to
You can't find
justify
a single Turkish
marrying
person
children?
You're
that,
right. You want to know the
marries
difference,
children.
though?
Is that what
You wanna
that
know the
sounds like?
difference is the cultural
Alright, you
practice
can
that
do
exists
this
in
to a
Judaism that
child
instructs
with
them to do this,
circumcision,
or that has
but yet,
caused them to continue
like, I
doing
can't
this,
marry the
doesn't
child? Is that
come
what he's
from the
saying?
Torah.
That's what it
doesn't
sounds
come
like
from
he's
the
fucking
Bible.
saying. Like, he's
The
like,
cultural tradition that exists
trying
with
to,
Arabs, where they
the
marry
fuck is the
children,
word I'm thinking of?
comes
Fuck,
from
I
the
almost dropped my
Quran,
plate.
or at least it is continued in the Quran. When again in
I gotta be careful what I say
55:4,
because it's like
it's
someone would clip
specifically
something that I say and
forbids
then fucking
Muslims to
like,
marry children.
you know, something.
Something
Like,
that you
look,
and I both
I know
agree
for a
is
fact
evil.
somebody's
You
gonna say
already agree
shit.
that it's
Okay,
evil
but
because you're an
yeah, but
unbeliever, just like
it's
me.
only Arabs that do it. Can you find me a single Turkish person or an Albanian person or a person?
I never said that Arabs are the only people that have sex with children. That's definitely not true.
Okay, I'm saying like.
Okay,
Arab people
alright,
that,
Howard. Yeah,
like,
that's
do
what
it
I
the
was
most.
like.
Does
It sounds
Turkish
like that is
people
what
do
we're
that?
fucking
No.
talking about.
Is it allowed in Turkey, Albania, Kosovo, Bosnia, a lot of Muslim countries? Is it allowed anywhere there? No.
I don't know the laws in all of the small countries that you listed, but that doesn't hold. It's not just Arabs that do it. Again, it's legal in many North African countries as well. We should look up the age of
Yeah,
marriage
because
in
they're
Morocco,
Arab too. Yeah,
Hold
that's an
up.
Arab country.
Hold up, they're Arabized, just like all of the other countries that you named. Every Muslim country is Arabized.
No, that's wrong. Turkish
Wrong.
people don't even like Arabs.
Sure, you can have some in and out
No,
groups,
it's
but
not
they're
wrong.
only
I'm a Turkish person,
they're
man.
only Muslims because they were conquered by Muslims. The Turkish Empire was literally an Islamic caliphate that included dozens of Muslim countries.
Dude, I hate that fucking audio. Am I the only one that's getting tired of that audio?
Okay, yeah, I know, because we controlled them.
Control
Like,
who?
I'm telling you, look,
And they
it's
were
an Arabic
Arabized.
practice. Like it's in the Arab culture to do that. Okay, but
It's in the
I'm telling
Muslim
you, like,
culture
marrying
because it literally it
those
permits
children,
it
that's what
in the
Arabs do.
Quran. It permits it in the Quran. And you saying that it's evil despite the fact that Allah and His Messenger have decided it makes you a kafir. You're cutting out, man. You're cutting out. I'm gonna end the live because I've got a warning. I've got to restart it so I can get some more people in here. If you're watching,
What the fuck happened? Did he just end it? What was he saying? Oh, he's live again.
YouTube, let's do a quick Q&A.
Why did he do that?
Get in the box.
I guess maybe because of the words that were being said in the stream. He didn't want to take a chance, possibly, I guess.
We control them exact words, 100%.
Okay, there we go.
Justice for Aisha. How'd you get into debating? I got into debating in 2019. I was one of the first people ever on TikTok to do debate lives. And I know most people probably won't believe that. I used to be the largest political account on TikTok in the entire world. The largest account that expressly did politics in the entire world. I had 1.5 million followers in 2020, which was a lot at that time. There was no other account that was making political videos that I was aware of that had more than 1.5 million followers. I would start a TikTok live, and I would tell people, this is before you could have guests. There was no guests. You couldn't have people come up as a guest.
No, I cut them off.
So
He's got to
have
restart.
my Discord server and join there. And then I would.
Yeah, I kind of figured that that's what he does.
Debate them on TikTok live through the speaker. There'd be like 30 people watching. It was very small, and then it caught on, and more people did it through Discord, 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 and then eventually TikTok added the guest feature. But I do believe that I was the first person ever to do it. I don't recall the time. I don't recall anyone who was doing it before me. So Dean Withers, you're welcome for the career. Same with Parker, Harry Sisson, you're all welcome. You're all welcome because I created your career paths for you. You're all very, very, very welcome. Kevin, I want to get some Muslims up here. Nick Matau also does this. Yeah,
Right, it's TikTok. There's probably a bunch of them. There's also a bunch of blue
I
hairs.
don't mind Harry. I've had a beer with Harry. Make sure to like the live, guys. Let's get it pushed into the feet of people who don't agree with us. Bryant, do you disagree with the prompt? Kevin says, wait, Harry, is your fault. We need to discuss this. I know, it's kind of...
I'm wondering, are they in...
I was the
is
first person...
Cam and Lance fine or something?
I was the very first person doing this.
Yeah, can you imagine doing these kind of debates and shit on Vine?
Do you disagree?
Oh.
All praise to...
By the way, I was told by somebody.
Nolan Bishop. Nolan, come on up.
I don't know if this is true, but...
You debate
actually, I'm going to just look it up.
I don't know who John is.
I was going to ask about it to you guys, but I'm just going to look it up. I'm kind of curious.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Peter, or Petsy List. Thank you for the gifts on YouTube. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the live, hit the bell notification so that you know when I'm live. Come over to the TikTok chat, like the live. Let's get it pushing the feed. People don't agree with this. V-Day Poppy, thank you for the trophy or whatever that was. I don't understand the gifting on YouTube or how it functions or how it works.
I'll watch this one.
This guy say?
Oh my god, AOL? Holy shit.
Like the live, guys. Let's get it pushed into the feed if people don't agree with us. I want to see that like ticker going up and up and up and up. Just double tap the screen.
MySpace was sold to News Corporation, the media giant owned by the Murdoch family, whatever the fuck that is, in 2005 for staggering 580 million.
I don't know what that is, but thank you for it.
Now Chris and Tim Vanderhook, who bought the website in 2011, have shared a not-so-subtle hint in a documentary that they're planning to relaunch MySpace, but it's not going to be the original, though.
Join. Older millennial Joe says, "What do you mean? Islam is evil? Is amazing." See, I can't even say it. Hey, Kathy, thank you for the gifts on TikTok. If you are a Muslim or if you disagree with the prompt and you're not a Muslim, request to join. Let's have a conversation. I actually think that last guy who came up, I think we actually might have changed his mind a little bit. He definitely became, he definitely at least bordered on apostasy, so that's good.
Why'd you delete your comment?
Push.
I got
thank
10
you
people
for
in
the
here, but yet you guys
gift,
ain't
the
saying
alert
anything.
on YouTube.
You guys can talk.
Rafa for war, globalize the Nakba. Request to join, man. Bro was rethinking. He definitely became a kafir.
We still
Definitely,
own MySpace. We're
and thus,
stewards of my MySpace brand
for
at
his
this
own religion,
point,
he should
and
be
we were
killed.
going to relaunch
So maybe that'll make
MySpace.
him rethink. He's
Chris
still in
shared
chat, I know
with
he is.
people,
So,
but before we start rewriting our profiles,
definitely are. You definitely
rewriting our profiles and pretending we didn't all have questionable taste in music,
makes you a kafir,
let's revisit some millennial gone but never forgotten blast from the past. Hey Joe, Cam is a douchebag. All right, Joe.
But that's how sick and twisted Islam is.
Oh shit. The Die website era before
We should debate
everyone
with Dean
became a
Withers again.
Canva
Maybe
expert.
sometime. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys should go watch my debate with Dean. It's on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok, go over to the YouTube and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm live. Just get a grip, you racist dunce. Hey, come on over to TikTok and let's have a conversation. I'm not racist by any means.
I'm racist. Before Canva came along and turned everyone into a self-proclaimed graphic designer,
I think
Pixo was the
there
go-to
are
place
obviously
for all things creative.
people that are deserving of
Cam,
equal treatment in the world.
Cam is awesome.
Namely, people like Hitler,
think Glitter Graphics, shout-out boxes, and
truly evil
pages
people
dedicated to
that
rating people from your school or becoming a teen matchmaker, declaring who should get together at ripe age of 12. What the fuck? All right.
With bars, you know. You can actually
what the fuck?
dirt
Former
floors in
sparring,
prisons
former
because
sparring, the
they'll get help.
unhinged, anonymous
So
drama
I think that
machine
you
nobody
should
asked
give them a
for.
concrete floor
Long
with
before
dirt over it.
NGL
That's how I
links
think
took
those types
over
of people should be
Instagram
treated.
stories, there was
I don't believe in the death
form
penalty.
aspiring where the fuck I
As a
can't read.
Christian and
Bullying on
as a somewhat
steroids
libertarian
disguised as an
person, I
innocent
don't trust the
Q&A
government to carry out
website. Oh,
executions.
nice.
The exoneration rate is too high.
I'm just tired
and
of the
thus
white
the
guy who
penalty,
thinks he has it
we
all
should have
figured
death
out,
penalty in the
but
United
he's
States.
scamming for big money.
So I think we should give them the worst.
I mean,
treatment
I'm not
possible.
donating to
It's
him.
not death. I also don't think they deserve death. I think death is a little bit too easy. Hello, do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not really here to necessarily argue. I just came up to ask a few questions. Like basically, why do you think Islam is evil? I'm not Islamic.
I disagree or I think that Islam is evil because
It's just a shitty religion. We'll just go with that.
Marrying children. It expressly endorses raping children. The messenger of Allah, God, literally raped a child.
Howard.
Her name was Aisha bint Abi Bakr. It also instructs you, commands you to murder anyone who's not a Muslim in an attempt to force them to become a Muslim. I don't believe in coercive religion, and I also don't believe in murdering people who disagree with you. Those are against the fundamental principles of this country, and I don't think people who believe in those things should be allowed to be here. And it also commands you to beat your wife if you fear that she might be disobedient. Not that she has been disobedient, not that she's actually disobeyed you. Women, first of all, aren't property, so it doesn't
I mean,
matter
Joe,
if
I'm
they
not
disobey you. You
religious.
don't have
I'm
a
not an
right to,
atheist either.
you know,
I mean, I'm
command
in
your
the
wife
middle,
to
you
do
know,
things.
that
But
acoustic
it says
thing,
if you
whatever.
fear your wife is disobedient. So if I just have a little fear, if I just think that my wife might become disobedient, I have the right in Islamic law and via the Quran, the word
So
of God,
I guess
from God
MySpace,
himself, I have
MySpace is coming
permission
back.
to beat the shit out of my
I guess
wife.
that is
I
like
think
a
that's
real
wrong.
thing.
I think it's evil. Women are not
For
property of
3G,
men.
4G, and
I think
5G,
that
we all
a
fucking
man and
hate
a woman
5G.
are two equal halves to a whole in a marriage, not one over the other. The Quran does not agree with that. It expressly says
Good God,
that
man.
men and women have similar rights, but men are a degree higher than women. I think that's false. I think that men are different than women. I think that women are different than men. I think that they're both good at different things, but I don't think that makes them unequal. I think that they're two human beings that are in a partnership, not one that is a slave to the other. And I think
MySpace
that's
is
also
coming
a pretty
back.
strong
Don't
principle in the
know
United
it.
States and
You are too young to click it.
I mean, I guess
Originally appeared on E Online.
I don't know much about the Quran, so maybe you do know more about it than me. But like, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
the
Joe, just
Christian
like
Bible
actors,
also,
man.
like, does not view
all of
men
them
and
don't
women
have
as
like the
equal.
real names. Some of them do.
Absolutely, it does.
I mean, it tells
It's
women to
chapter
like
and verse.
submit to their husband.
Chapter and verse. Well, hold up. There's a men and women both should submit to each other.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that, does it?
You're literally. Does it say the opposite of that?
It says
Can you cite
women
me a,
should
can you
submit to
cite
their
can you cite me a verse in the Bible where it says that men have a right to beat their wives?
No, I don't think it says that.
It doesn't. Okay, so they're not the same. Can you cite me a verse where it says that men and women are not equal to each other?
I don't think it says that verbatim, but I would argue that it says if you're telling somebody to submit to someone, you're not going to submit to your equal.
So it says both of those things verbatim in the Quran. So even if you can say even if you would say that there are some things in the Christian Bible that you disagree with, that's fine. You can disagree with things that are in the Christian Bible. You can disagree with the way that things are worded. You can disagree with the way that things are written. You can disagree with some of the laws that come out of Christianity. But there's a difference between disagreeing with something and it being just outright evil. An instruction to beat your wife just because you fear that she's disobedient, not that she's given you any reason to make you think that she's going to be disobedient. You have the right to punch her in the face. Yeah, I think that's pretty wrong. But that's not even the worst thing in the Quran. The worst thing in the Quran is the endorsement of child rape. The next worst thing is the fact that it literally permits you to marry children. It expressly says this. So in Islam, there's something called the iddah. It is the 3-month waiting period that women must undergo in order to divorce their husband. So if I'm a woman and I want to get a divorce from my husband, I have to do a 3-month waiting period to make sure that I'm not pregnant before I can go off and marry somebody else or start a new relationship or have relations with other people.
Oh, God.
The Quran in Surah 65, Ayat 4, specifically says that the waiting period, the iddah, for a woman who has reached the age of menstruation is 3 months. And those
Every country
who have
where every
not reached
group has
menstruation,
done evil.
also 3 months.
Well, yeah, Joe, we
If
know.
you can divorce a woman who has not reached the age of menstruation, you can also marry them.
Okay, yeah, that means
that's evil.
If it actually says, and I'm gonna
Nobody's
just take your, I'm just
perfect,
believe you
dude.
just take your word for it, just for the sake of
We
conversation
know
right
this.
now.
We
'cause,
know that
you're
nobody's
pretty chill
perfect.
right now. If it says that, then yeah, that's terrible. I just don't ever I don't necessarily see Islamic Americans practicing that.
Well, of course they don't, because it's illegal here and they're not in charge. But you do see them practicing it literally everywhere else in the world that they're in charge. What's the legal age of marriage in Yemen?
In Yemen, I don't know.
Goose egg, it's 0. There's not one. What's the legal age of marriage in Sudan?
I would not know.
10 years old. The legal age of marriage in almost every Muslim country, the lowest that you can marry is a child's age, like prepubescent children. So there are a lot of Muslim, like Jordan, for example, the legal age of marriage is 18. It's one of the very few
Joe, you're a
Muslim countries
douchebag.
that
Cam is a
actually
very nice
has a legal age
person.
of marriage, and it's a new law. It didn't used to be this way, but there are sweeping exceptions if you want to marry a child. You can get it approved by the government, and that's the case.
Joe,
for
didn't
virtually
you
every
get
Muslim
a
country.
membership?
The worst part of it, and this part of it is less informed by Islam.
I swear
so
you
this
had a.
isn't
I
as
swear you had a
fundamentally rooted
fucking
in the
membership
religion
in here.
of the
Did you
Quran
refund
as,
that shit?
like the permission to marry children, but you can rape your wife. So, like I don't know if you're familiar with spousal rape. This is where basically your wife doesn't have a right to refuse you. So if you want to have sex, your wife cannot tell you no. And this is the law.
I swear I
in most
gave you a
Muslim
membership,
countries.
unless
So
maybe.
if you're legally allowed to rape your wife, and you're also legally allowed to marry
Is
a
it in
child,
like
you are
Bill's chat? Because I
legally,
was spamming
expressly
memberships
legally
and
allowed
Bill's,
to
but
rape children.
his are like
Because you can marry a
fucking
child, and then you're legally allowed to rape your wife.
$2,
I mean,
and
that's
mine are
terrible,
99
that
cents.
those laws are still there. I
Yeah,
guess the
Robbie,
two
you can refund
things that I'll
yours.
kind of close
I
with
think
is
you
basically
can. I mean, you can cancel it.
One, like if we're complaining about that, I mean, America legalized.
I think you can. I don't know.
Outlawed, I should say, like marital rape fairly
Maybe
recently,
not.
like within the last few decades.
'Cause it's given
so
to you.
it's not
Probably
like you can
not,
morally
actually.
stand on that. I mean, and on two, the last thing I kind of ask you is this like, do you fear that the
I already
more
have this liked.
Islamic people that we accept into the country, the more we'll eventually
That was a good
turn into
fucking
that?
movie.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I mean, literally the whole goal is to take over countries. It's been the goal of Islam since its founding.
But like, wouldn't that require?
Muhammad himself literally went on a conquest. Like, do you know where Arabs are from?
I mean, outside of the Middle East, not. I mean,
Islam started in Medina. They're from the Arabian Peninsula. So how the hell did they get all the way in like Morocco? Right? Everybody's talking about this recent invasion of Spain from Morocco. Literally, they're not from there. Islam doesn't come from there, right? It's not from Africa. It's also not from most of Asia. It started in a small part of Saudi Arabia, and it spread all across the world, parts of Europe, Asia, Africa. How the hell did it get there? Well, because they
most
put
religions
swords
do.
well, hold up. Yeah, but there's a difference, right? My book, I'm a Christian, does not command me to go put swords to people's throats
Hey,
until they
Big
become
Baller.
Christians. It instructs
The long
me
as you
and
lived
demands
200
that I
years ago was like
evangelize, that I
30.
try to make other people become Christians with my words, with my beliefs, but that is different than taking a sword and putting it to somebody's throat and saying,
I
"You
think
are now
you
a
did for
Muslim,
a
or I will
month.
now kill you."
Okay.
Two
Yeah, because I was
very
like, I'm pretty
different
sure you
things.
were a member
And
at
their
one
book does
point.
tell them to do that. It got to all
It
of
was
these
probably
places
before
because that's
everything
exactly what
like
they
went
did.
to
It's exactly
shit.
what Muhammad did
Now
while
that
he
I'm
was
thinking about it,
alive.
I think
And then
that was before
when
everything.
he died, the father of Muhammad's child bride, Aisha bint Abi Bakr, her father Abu Bakr, carried the torch and did the exact same thing, right?
Okay.
It didn't get there peacefully by word. And you mentioned earlier, like, that the United States has had bad laws in the past. I don't know exactly when the United States banned spousal rape. I'm not sure when it was. I'm also not sure the exact year that, like, the last state with, like, a blanket child marriage legalization banned it. But the United States, shocker, has done evil things. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. We've done evil things. We literally, slavery was legal in this country. Okay, I'm not saying that the United States is infallible and has never done anything evil. But when people in the United States have done evil things, I can look back on that and say, these are a bunch of people who look just like me, who were doing evil things. When Muslims look back on it and they say, Muhammad was raping children, they don't say that's evil. They, in fact, refuse to say it's evil because they believe that if they do say it's evil, they'll go to hell. It would make them a kafir, which would also make them subject to murder by other Muslims. Instead, they worship it. That's the problem. They don't say, wow, that's a really dark part of my history. That's wrong and bad. They say, that's my messenger. That is the prophet of my Lord Allah. And that's the problem.
Okay. I mean, look, I guess this is a good talk. I just wanted to kind of get your beliefs on that. I was curious about the prompt. I mean, last thing, I guess the last thing I'll just simply say before I drop down is basically just like, I mean, for that to
Is this the place with the titties?
Your fear to kind of come true, I would think that like a lot of Muslims would have to come to this country. Like I'm talking about an overwhelmingly amount that would oversee the population of like America.
Well, hold. No, that's totally not true. They reproduce way faster than we do. Literally in Dearborn, are you familiar with the situation in Dearborn, Michigan?
I know that there's a huge population in Michigan.
It is the most Muslim city in the United States of America, and it's bordered right next to Hamtramck, Michigan, which is like the second most Muslim city in the country.
Right.
In Hamtramck, through the city council, they literally make goat sacrifice in residential properties legal. So on Eid, you can literally murder a goat in your house, totally legal, and then you can throw it in the dumpster, and the city will come pick it up. But in Dearborn, the mayor and the city council have issued a provision that for every woman who has a child, she's awarded $4,000 per head. So they're intentionally trying to outbreed us. Okay, so it doesn't just need to be one massive. I agree that that would make it a lot faster. But look at the UK, for example.
Hot mess 87. Interesting.
I walked around downtown, sorry, not downtown London. The what's the district with that giant mall? I forget what it's called. That's where I was staying when I was in London. Literally no white people around. Like you see another white guy and you're like, hey, whoa, oh, white guy, wow, holy shit, a white guy here. Go to places like Tower Hamlets or Luton, and it's literally all Muslims, and the whole place looks like shit. It's totally run down. It looks like the third world. Like literally, I've been to the third world, and it looks like the third world. Okay. The other problem is like the way they behave. When I was in Tower Hamlets, which is literally in London, I was filming a documentary, and one of the people who was with me was across the street. It was they have Friday prayer, compulsory prayer. All the Muslims are at mosque, and the mosque was overfilled. There were people outside, down on the ground, prostrating, and he was on the other side of the street filming it. It's just B-roll for the documentary. He's not talking. It's just footage. And as soon as Friday prayer came out, 300 people surrounded him. They threatened to murder him. They literally shouted, all of you Jews, one by one, we will behead all of you. And it's all on camera. We literally have all of this on camera. Some of it's been released. That specific part has been released. And then they threw up Hitler salutes. I'm not even kidding. In the streets of London, 300 people surrounded a white guy for filming a mosque, said they were going to behead. The guy's not even Jewish.
Him stroking the anti-Islam helps MAGA,
and then threw up Hitler
keeps
salutes.
the base hating and keeps things
I then
moving.
walked away and I had a cigarette, a lit cigarette,
a piece
in my
of the
face.
puzzle. Cam
And then I was
Higby
spit
and
on.
Nick Shirley, the white
Why?
boy
Because these
squad.
people are fucking uncivilized. They don't belong in Western civilization.
Okay. Well, all right, good talk, man. Actually, I see you all the time on TikTok, and it was nice to kind of like just talk to you.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good one. We've got a guy named Syria.
Yeah, just like Chandler.
No, he didn't come up. All right, we got somebody. Who
He
wants
like
to come
checks
up
his
pretty
phone
bad.
and shit.
Let's bring him up.
Robbie, what work do? They reaffirm hatred.
So
Hello,
you were
how's it
just,
going?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
So you were just saying about the individuals that did these acts to you, right?
Adam
Islam don't
Francisco was
tell us to do that.
adopted early on
Islam does
in
not tell us to do
May,
that.
and
And
something
you
in
cannot
the ways of
say
MAGA
because
law.
you have a bad apple in a group of people that this is Islam. That is not what Islam teaches us. Not at all. These individuals are ignorant of their religion, and they're not acting upon the religion correctly.
So, which part specific? You're saying it doesn't tell you to throw up Hitler salutes and say you're going to behead all the Jews?
100% doesn't say that. For one, right?
Okay.
It's not allowed for in Islam to unalive anybody unjustly. The only time we're allowed to unalive individuals is when it's done by the Islamic ruler. It is not for everybody to do this. So these individuals that are screaming this is because they don't know their religion.
Oh, that's really interesting. One second. One moment here.
That taqiyya stuff. That's a Shiite. That's a Shiite practice, and they're upon misguidance.
Are you're a Sunni then?
Yes, I'm upon Salafiyya.
Shows I have 6
Okay.
likes. Do
So
I
interesting.
not
So
have?
tell me, true or false?
It shows 9 likes.
Sahil Bukhari 29:26 says, Allah's messenger,
Hmm.
peace be upon him, said, "The hour will not be established until you go and fight with the Jews, and the stone behind which a Jew will be hiding will say, 'Oh Muslims, there's a Jew behind me, so come and kill him.'"
Maybe I gotta
True or
refresh it.
false?
Yes, this will happen, but this is not
Okay.
for right now. This is not right now.
So true or false?
Yeah,
Islam
okay.
does encourage the killing of Jews.
No. When it comes down to it, yes, it does. When it's time, that's not time. It's not time. And
That's really interesting.
Hey,
Do you
10
have your
likes,
Quran with
fucking
you?
nice.
My Quran's upstairs, but I have one on my phone.
Dude,
Why?
he
What
sounds
verse
so
are you gonna
black,
use?
man. Why do you got a
What
Quran,
version am I
dude?
gonna use?
Come
No,
on,
no.
be
What
not.
verse are you
Don't be
gonna
religious.
ask me to look up?
You're a black dude, man.
What do you want to
Be
talk about?
Jewish.
We could talk about the killing of infidels. We could talk about child marriage. Which one do you want to talk about?
Bro, it's not child marriage.
There's not child marriage. Okay.
We're
All right.
talking
Pull up your Quran on your phone and read it. Read
Why
this
does it gotta
verse
be
for
the
me,
phone?
okay?
I don't
Let me know
understand
when
that.
you're
Why
ready.
is it the
You
phone?
can read it. I have my
I
son.
can read it. Okay. Quran 65:4. You got it? You ready to read along with me?
Yes.
As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their iddah, their waiting period, is 3 months. And those who have not menstruated as well. Tell me, what is an iddah?
That's the waiting period when you divorce your wife.
Okay, so would we both agree that you can't divorce somebody who you haven't married?
You know,
So you can
am I the
be in
only
a
one that
marriage
does not like
and divorce
bicyclists?
Right. So step one to get divorced is you have to get married first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why does it say that you can divorce women who haven't menstruated yet then?
I mean, the explanation in the tafsir on this verse is there's some women that are above the age that she can have menstrual, but she doesn't menstrual yet. It talks about
That's really interesting. Which tafsir says this? Because I don't think
I'm about to
any
go right
Islamic
into
scholar
it.
agrees with you. Ibn Abbas disagrees with you. Maududi disagrees with you. Ibn al-Kathir disagrees with you. Al-Jalalin disagrees with you.
And some of it-
At-Tabari disagrees with you. They
Floyd,
literally
welcome to
all
the
agree
machine.
that it's because the woman, the
What?
girl,
What are you talking about?
hasn't yet menstruated because she's not that old. Which is why the verse opens with, "As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know their waiting period, their iddah
Oh,
is
you're
3
talking about the
months."
song.
And those who have
Okay.
not menstruated
Why
as
bring up
well.
the song?
That's why it establishes that we're talking about age in the first 4 letters of the verse. Okay,
One
which is
second.
exactly
I'm
why
about to-
every classical Islamic scholar agrees with me,
I'm
and
gonna
nobody
go
thinks
right
what you're
into
saying.
the tafsir. I'm about to go
Well,
right
Tommy
into
went
the
live, so I
only
guess I'll see you guys
scholars-
later.
and tell me who you're, what tafsir.
I know you guys are gonna be leaving.
Because the only scholars that have written tafsir
Yep.
that agree with you are 4 guys that were born in the
I
last
called it.
century.
Somebody already left.
3 of them are still alive. 1 is dead. These are new guys who are heifers who are
important in the
rewriting
cars. It
what Muhammad
always
said.
get right in the way, like move over. Yeah, yeah. Nope, 6. Yeah, see, I called
Why
it.
don't you pull up what Ibn Kathir said?
65. What? I have
65.4. You have Ibn Kathir?
Yes, I have like 3, 4
And then also, like, because I think you were in here, Robbie, when I was talking about, like, it's stupid that you have to ride in the same direction as the fucking cars. Like, you know, like the fact that you always have to look behind you and shit when there's cars coming up behind you. I don't know, it's just stupid to me, man. It's really fucking stupid. Like, there are so many laws that are just, that should be ignored. Like, they're more like guidelines than rules. Yeah, it's, I don't know, man. It's just really fucking dumb. I don't know why they gotta make laws like that. Like, wearing a seatbelt, I don't think that should really be enforced. You know, like, that's literally a choice. Like, if you want to lose your life, you know, whatever. You know? But it's like, you have people that will wear seatbelts to, you know, make sure that you're safe and shit, like kids, right? Make them wear seatbelts. But here in Arizona, passengers don't need to wear seatbelts.
I'm reading with Ibn Kathir also, and it's talking
Actually,
about
no.
women that menstruate.
Passengers need to wear seatbelts,
don't
like
have
the
their menstruate because they're
shotgun.
past
You know, they need
menopause.
to. They
And then
need
it says
to.
about
But
young
it's
women, the young women that
it's
does
the
not
back
just
seats
see
that don't need to wear
their
seatbelts.
their blood. Hold on, one second. I'm gonna keep.
Exactly.
I'm keep.
That's what I
young women, 100%. Young women.
It's like,
when they
it's more
first-
like
Doesn't say-
guidelines
no,
than
Ibn Kathir
anything.
doesn't say for young women. He says for the young.
That's
Not young women. I'm literally looking at his tafsir right now. You're lying.
When a girl, no, nobody's lying. When a girl hits her blood, when she has her blood, she's considered a woman in Islam. When a woman hits her period, she is considered a woman. So it does.
What is the age that they hit, like, their, like, get period?
It's in the
What age is that?
I'm not lying. I'm reading the same tafsir you reading it. Believe me, I have it on my. I
Right,
can't.
and it says that the same is true.
I'm gonna
for
say the age,
young
but
who have
I
not
know I'm
yet
gonna
reached
fuck
the
that
years of
up.
menstruation. So you're right. It does
gonna look
mention
stupid.
menopause, and it does mention people who are pregnant who aren't menstruating because they're pregnant, and it
Is
also
that like
does
double
mention
digits or a
people who
single
aren't
digit?
menstruating for medical reasons.
It's gotta be a double
But
digit,
it also
right?
says that this verse applies to
Depends.
the young, not young women, the
fuck,
young
man.
who have not yet reached the age of menstruation.
100%.
So
wait a minute.
It's exactly what I said. This verse does permit you to marry children, and every Islamic
Oh, hey,
scholar
Super.
agrees with me. None agree with you.
I'm not saying you can't marry an individual.
Oh yeah.
So one,
Oh,
right?
so you can marry children.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen,
You're.
what's
Whoa,
called, right?
no, hold on. I'm
In
gonna hold you to
marriage,
that.
and
Can
in
you
marriage,
agree? Can you marry children or not? Yes or no? Per the
marriage,
Quran,
you have to have consent. Yes, you can.
Oh,
If the
you can
consent's
marry
there,
children
yes,
as long as they consent.
you are allowed to marry. You're
So
not
let's just
allowed
get this
to have
straight.
sexual intercourse.
You don't think it's evil to marry children?
No.
Is that right?
No.
Okay.
It's
You
not.
don't think it's evil to marry children?
It's not.
All right.
It's
All right.
not.
All right. How about this?
Marriage.
Why don't you pull up Sahih Bukhari?
Yeah, Howard, I
Read it to me,
agree,
Mr.
dude.
Sunni Muslim.
And how much is
Well,
the
Sahih
place
Bukhari
that she's
51,
looking
34.
at?
Go ahead, read it.
It's Book of Marriage and Wedlock. I have it memorized. I don't even need to read it. That the Prophet, peace be upon him, is narrated by Aisha.
900 a month?
That the Prophet, peace be upon him, married Aisha.
How much is
at
the
age
one that
of
you're
6
at
and
right now?
consummated his marriage, meaning he finalized it through sexual intercourse at
Well,
the age of 9.
yeah, because
Are
well, I
9-year-olds
guess you
children or
and
they're
her.
adults?
She's considered adult. She had her menstrual.
At 9. At 9. At
Yeah, her
9.
menstrual. She's
So
a
tell
woman.
me this. Tell me this. If I go find a
575?
9-year-old today who has
So
started her
is
menstrual,
it? Are you
menstrual
saying
cycle,
$500
can
or
I marry and have
$5?
sex with her? Is that? Well, no. I'm going to hold you to this.
Can you imagine
Is it
renting for
morally
$5?
permissible for me to go
Can you
find?
imagine
Pause.
renting for $5?
If I go find a 9-year-old, you're gonna have to unmute yourself when I'm finished talking. When I'm talking, you're not talking. I'm gonna hold you to this. You're gonna answer the question. That's it. You're gonna need to click your profile and unmute yourself. If I go find a 9-year-old who has not menstruated, who has menstruated, if I go find a 9-year-old who has hit her cycle and started bleeding from her vagina, am I allowed is it morally justifiable and permissible for me to marry and have sex with her? Yes or no?
So in marriage, in Islamic, what's it called, right?
Answer the question. I'm going to mute you again. Answer the question. It's a simple yes or no.
Yes or no question.
Is it morally permissible?
This is what you do. This is what you
Is
do.
it morally permissible for me to have sex with a 9-year-old who's menstruated? Go ahead.
So I'm trying to explain to you, right? Yeah, I'm trying to explain to you. In Islam, right? You marry an individual, there must be consent and they must have maturity. They have to have maturity.
Yes, we have a
Back in the day,
Sonic.
it was completely different. It was completely different from the girls are today. Girls of today are not raised to be women at a young age. They're more, you treat them not as adults. You treat them as kids until they turn 18. So
Just because they are kids.
No, it's not. That's because
they
that's
are
why
children. Yeah,
y'all- that's why
9-year-olds,
y'all-
they're children.
Bro,
yeah.
you guys just started this. You Americans, you European Americans just started to have some type of consent at an age.
Okay,
If
so
you look at
let's
American
let's just get this
it's
straight.
still permissible for y'all to marry 14-year-olds and
Here's the funny
13-year-olds.
thing.
So
You're
what's the
actually
difference?
contradicting yourself because
I'm
you
not
said that
contradicting myself.
Yes, you are. You said that in ancient Islam you have to have consent, and then you said that Americans invented consent. So you did contradict yourself.
No.
But furthermore, I'm going to ask you one more time. If I find a 9-year-old who has started menstruating, if I get her consent and I deem her to be mature, am I allowed? Is it morally permissible for me to marry and have sex with her? Yes or no?
Doesn't your white priest do this stuff to little boys?
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if it's morally permissible in your view. Listen, if a white Christian priest has sex with a child, that person's evil and they should be put in a dirt floor prison. The difference between me and you is when I see evil, I call it out. You worship it. So tell me, if I find a 9-year-old and I get her consent and she has started menstruating and I deem her to be mature, am I allowed, in your worldview, to marry and have sex with her? Yes or no? It's a very simple and easy question. Stop pivoting.
For one, if she was able, if she was mature and she gave her consent, and if she
Joe.
100%, you're able.
100%. I can marry and have sex with her.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Okay. How about this? New question.
Are
you familiar with what the word? Are you familiar with the term precocious puberty?
No, I don't know what that is.
Precocious puberty is it's something of a disorder. It's when a young person hits puberty earlier than they typically would. So people as young as 2 and 3 have been known to have precocious puberty, and this is scientifically verifiable. You can Google it if you don't believe me. It's called precocious puberty. Toddlers can have precocious puberty. 5-year-olds can have precocious puberty. You can even have precocious puberty as a baby. So answer me this. If I find a 3-year-old
Yes,
who
we
I
can
deem
hear
to be
you.
mature and I receive her consent and the consent of her family, and she started menstruating, she started bleeding from her vagina, am I allowed to marry and have sex with her with her permission and with her family's permission?
That's above my pay grade. I'm not a scholar.
Right.
I'm not a
Here's the
scholar.
problem: is your moral system does not inform you right off the bat that that's wrong. Mine does, because I'm not.
Oh,
a
okay,
pedophile,
Joe.
And I don't worship a pedophile. You, on the other hand, do. That's the problem.
you're-
Is
that's
you
your- that's
cannot
what you're
determine.
That's
This
what
is the
you're
problem with you. You can't determine that it's wrong and evil to have sex with a 3-year-old. Goodbye, sir. Have a good day. You're a disgusting human being, and you should rethink your worldview. You need to be a scholar to determine that you can't have sex with a 3-year-old? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You need to be a scholar to determine that you, an adult man, cannot have sex with a 3-year-old. Really? Really? That was one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Wow. These people expose themselves every time I have a conversation
What?
with them.
What? No.
He said it's not evil to marry
Dale,
children.
God,
And he said,
Dale,
he was
Don, Gen
morally
Z,
unsure
or
about
Gen
having
X.
sex with 3-year-olds. And he said that it was
Dale,
perfectly
God,
fine to have sex
Gen
with
X. That looks
9-year-olds
like a
as long as you
familiar
have their
name.
consent. Every single time. Every time they tell on themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can easily take off onions. Yeah, you can easily take the onions off.
Like, can you guys, am I the only one who thinks this is absolutely crazy? And if you're watching
Alright,
on
can you hear
YouTube
me?
or X, yeah, 1 second. If you're watching on X, make sure to go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when I'm live. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like the live and hype it up. And if you're watching on TikTok, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hello, Cheesecake.
All right. Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Hi. Do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I want
why?
to talk about the last. I want to talk about the last prompt mainly because I don't fully agree with everything the last guy said. I believe, yes, it's wrong, but in a couple different ways. The reason why I say that is because
You believe what's
first
wrong?
of
Sorry.
all,
You just
you
said that.
saying you
22.
saying that if a 3-year-old and he said yes, I don't believe that to be the case.
Well, he actually just couldn't determine if he thought it was wrong to have sex with a 3-year-old.
Yeah, but that doesn't define Islam.
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Go
And the reason why I say that is because you've heard of the presentism fallacy, judging and according times 1400 years ago to now. Two completely different times, two completely different cultures, two different everything. And now you might say, oh, the 9-year-old is still a 9-year-old. Yes. But understand that the 9-year-old of today and the 3-year-old of today aren't going out and being worried about their own life being in danger. They're not worried about war and dying every couple minutes because there's invaders coming. Yes, there are some people that have that happen, unfortunately. But the time 1400 years ago was completely different. And to say that it's remotely the same is a fallacy.
Okay, so yeah, I've got a great response to that. So I would disagree with you, or I would agree with you on the presentism fallacy thing for most arguments. So if we were talking about, I don't know, you could look at a number of things, like let's say early America, and I wouldn't say that slavery not being viewed as wrong in the 17 or 1600s means that those people weren't doing an evil thing back then, but it was
scared
more socially
and
acceptable
prepared.
back then. There wasn't a lot of criticism towards it.
It's
People
an
might have
interesting
never heard
fucking
criticism toward it
username.
in their entire lives, and so you're kind of
Black Ops
judging a past time through a modern lens, and it's not really fair. Here's the difference.
No, it's fine, Joe. I
Things
wasn't.
that
I wasn't really talking. I'm
the
talking to
reason that
my
these people had slaves
one of
in
my
America
my friends.
wasn't because they were told by God to have slaves. They had slaves in America because they were on a ship.
Yeah,
and they came across
jackass,
this
I do
really poor
consider
area
you a
with a lot of
friend.
people that
Fuck.
were really easy to take advantage of, and so they did it. The problem is
Well, I mean,
God's
you're
morals
you're
don't change.
both
Do we agree
actually.
with
You
that?
are a
Do we
retarded
agree
acquaintance
that,
and a
that
friend.
the only way that the morals of the Quran could be changed is another message?
Oh, really, Joe? You'll just buy one?
And revised, right? Okay. So
Are you talking about
has there
buying
been
a
another messenger
membership?
since Muhammad?
No.
Okay, so we agree that God's morals don't change unless
This
there's
is
a new messenger.
way.
We agree that
This
there
is
has
very
not been a new
provoking
messenger.
topic, and I agree with
What
Cam.
does Quran
Yeah, right, Howard.
65
Yeah.
say?
It talks about is that right?
You're correct. It talks about the
I
Ida,
guess
and it sets
I'll
Ida for people,
plug
girls who haven't
my
menstruated yet. So
this
if
HDMI
God,
that I got
Allah,
unplugged.
the Quran narrated by Allah, correct?
Wait, it's this HDMI I got
Okay.
unplugged.
So God Himself said that it is permissible. You're not
Actually, is
ordered
this
to.
the one that I gotta do?
You know, we're not commanding you to marry children, but it is permissible to marry children.
Actually, I
do
don't
we
know.
both agree, you and I, that it is not permissible to marry children?
I don't think I need to unplug
Okay.
that.
It is not it's not morally permissible to marry children, correct? We agree?
Wait. Can I make a point?
After you answer the question, is it, or do we agree that it is not morally permissible to marry children?
But I wanna give a point that's related.
Yes, but yes or no, and then I'll let you make your point.
Okay, I'll
It's not
say
the PS3.
I'll say it's mixed, and the reason why I say it's mixed is because there's a difference of opinion. There's not a difference of opinion, but there's a difference between marrying someone. Because if you look at the olden
Oh
times,
shit, Joe.
people would get married
Hey,
often
nice.
before they were born. You could be promised to someone.
Nice, Joe.
This was a thing, right? And one thing that I've heard and something I've read outside
Yeah, because I was
of
trying to give you a
is that
fucking
this
membership.
Iddah also relates to people that have, got
Well,
married,
Joe bought
divorced,
his.
technically divorced.
Not our
even
Joe, not our
before
Joe. The
consummation
Joe
or
in here.
anything like that. This still
He's
applies.
he's a liberal, but I'm able to like there's
if
you know
there's
like
no
I'm not annoyed by him and shit. I'm like
Okay, do we agree that it's wrong to
yeah,
marry
unlike
off children?
some
Like, children aren't
liberals, like
property, right? We agree.
I'm not okay with.
I mean,
I don't
I'd
like
say
their
in this modern
kind.
time, yes.
Well, do you think that, again, God's morals don't change? It doesn't matter whether it's modern or not. Like, if this was happening then, and God Himself sets an iddah for it, that means He permits it.
All right, can I
We
ask
agree that
you-
God's morals don't change. So if you think that it was permissible back then, it has to be permissible today. There's no way around it.
Super,
but
did you just
it has to
moan?
be. There's certain conditions. There's certain limits, right?
You just
So I'm
moaned in my
But do
in
we
our
do we agree
ears.
that children aren't property?
let me say this. Let me say
If I have a baby, I can't just sell that baby off, and that's exactly what happened back then. A lot, right?
Let me
It's
say
evil
this.
regardless of who did it. White people did it, black people did it, Arabs did it. A lot of people did it. It was evil in all cases. But the problem is that my holy text doesn't solidify it as a thing that's permissible by God. The Quran does.
Someone
So
save
that's the
Robbie.
issue.
He's in a third
Right,
world
that's the issue at
country, and
hand.
it's
Aisha bint Abi Bakr
Carney's
was literally
fault.
sold off to Muhammad. Her
I don't know
father
what Carney's
inherited
is.
the caliphate when Muhammad died.
Bach live
Okay,
restreaming
let me say
Pam
this.
space. Oh, is there a Pam space?
Just because at one point in time, right? Yes. I mean, take a look at it. Alcohol. Alcohol was a part of Arabic tradition for so many years, and
Oh, governance is in there.
No, what you said, Frey, is true. There are other men that did says underground dweller, things of that nature. That the Bible, when I read it, there was absolutely not one positive thing about the definition of chud. Not one. So but look, hey, I ain't knocking people. If that's what you want to be, then you can be. Go ahead, Tommy.
I just want to say I'd rather be a chud than somebody who lets people shove their face in the toilet.
Oh,
Motherfucker,
okay.
dude.
That,
All right.
well, there you
that's
go.
fucking
There
annoying.
you have it. Okay, thanks for that
Fucking
one.
Christ, dude.
Just thought I'd enlighten
All
you
right.
on.
Yeah,
You know,
I hate
you're
how
such
the
a
power goes
hypocrite.
out
You call
off and
people
on,
words,
off and
but
on.
behind the scenes, you're
Yeah, it went
just
off
a
5
fake
fucking
ass
times,
person.
but you know that time doesn't
just
fucking stack on for
perverted,
me to be
fake
able
ass
to
person.
stay on and shit.
Just like this.
So, anyways,
Oh, all right. Well, I hear you, Tommy. I mean, thank God your opinion doesn't mean nothing on this side where I'm at. So, but I hear you.
Just like your guys' doesn't mean nothing over here, right?
That is true.
let me share the space for you guys.
I think what a lot of you do not understand.
Nope.
As far as I'll speak for
Nope.
myself. I do not mind any of the live
Too late.
streamers coming around, Ice or anywhere.
Nope. Too late.
If it was about a decent
Why the fuck am I
debate
not
or
able to share the
conversation. There's
fucking
no problem with
space?
that. We all know that. That's not what it's turned
Oh yeah,
into.
I gotta go
It's
here.
you come around and you bash everybody. You know what? I'm going to mute everybody because you got start talking over me. You don't want to hear it? Leave. But you come around and you purposely
I want a new class
harass people, say
of debater,
terrible, horrifying
insult me
things
in a
to
new and
people,
exciting ways.
knowing they will
Exactly,
get upset,
Joe.
knowing
Come
that
on, Robbie, bring
maybe
it.
they're not
Anyways,
having a
yeah,
good
I'm
day or
gonna
something,
raid somebody, I guess.
and trigger them
I don't know who
to
the fuck to
maybe
raid. Maybe
attack you.
Tommy.
So you can say, see, they're violent, but you bring it on. You don't say anything nice to anybody. I've never heard one thing like, Pam, I disagree with your politics. I'm sorry you left the mega.
No, Lethal,
cause.
I'm ending my
I wish
stream.
you'd stayed with mega.
That's why I
I
sent it to you
disagree with
guys. I'm
anything you're
Portland
standing
Andy's
for
live. I could
today.
raid
But
him.
no, you call me the C word. You lie about me. You have me
Pam,
married
anybody
to
calls you a C
Spider
word, I'm gonna
Mike,
call
and
you
now
a
I'm
cunt
married to
too.
Richard, and I'm an FBI informant. All these nasty lies that go out. That doesn't build
Who the
bridges. That
fuck is
doesn't make
live, dude? Is nobody live right
us
now?
be able to agree to disagree. I've always agreed to
Portland
disagree,
Andy's
but I
the
don't
only
have to
dude that's
agree
live right
with you.
now.
But we don't treat each other like we're not
Yeah,
human.
sorry about
And
that,
that's what
Lethal.
has happened with this group, with all the chuds. They dehumanize people. You're no longer a human
There's like
as
nobody
far as
on,
they're
dude,
concerned.
for me to
And
raid.
yet they'll go to church on Sunday, right, and smoke their pot across the street. Hypocrites. So, I think it's time, and I'm calling out, and I'm going to do all I can to make this a
I
community
mean, Tommy's live,
call
and it
out
doesn't
to
show
the
I can raid
authorities
him.
and to the government that these chuds get stopped for what they're doing. You know how many people have been harmed and hurt by you guys? Shame on you. Shame on you. You say, oh, it's our First Amendment. No, it isn't. If you look it up about the First Amendment, you'll read
Yeah,
it.
let me raid Tommy,
It
I
says,
guess.
I was looking up protesters and counter protesters and how we're supposed to be behaving with each other. And it says if you interfere
All right.
with the protesters
See you
protesting
guys later,
in a
or
way
have a
to
good night.
cause
I'll see you guys later.
hostility,
And
then
thanks, Robbie,
that is a
for
problem. It's
becoming a member.
illegal. Now you can have your signs, you can scream and say I disagree
And
with
sticking
you,
around as
but
well.
you don't
Really
harass
appreciate
them
it.
and threaten them and call them horrifying names. I'm tired of it, and I'm encouraging everybody